the win condition here.
That's 4 plates in like 11 minutes.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, he hasn't touched the wave since 1944. So.
You know what? Very valid, very valid. Speaking of touching waves, Lily cannot touch this wave either against this lane. There goes the stun. One more. They want more. That's half the health bar from Lily destroyed. Jungle Ninja, of course, has the ultimate. They're going in on top of Flash Fire. First a Flash out. Jaden's C was very low as Flash will survive. Force used the ultimate as well, I believe on top of Jaden C, but did not get the kill there.
Our producer Colton is definitely nodding in approval every time these Xerath combinations just land perfectly, you know?
Yep,
he's like, yes.
He's like,
First strike 2, yes.
Yes. I want to see the gold of Xerath, actually, if possible.
I want to see the goal lead that
you know, valid, because right now it is...
Oh, yep, there it is.
Let's see.
The Xerath has 1K more than the Mr.
What? Almost 1.5K. Oh, and here comes... Oh, okay,
okay.
One shot is all you need.
Yep.
And he's taking the wave. What a support. Taking the wave from your 80 carry.
I skimmed through all the numbers real quick. Jungle Ninja has more gold than anyone on Team 3.
Oh.
There it is.
Why'd you have to say that, Henry?
There's the numbers.
Oh, no. I mean, as a support mate, I love that. But speaking of... Here we go. Stun does not land. Warberini does not land his W, though, for the slow on top of Bess. So Bess living his best life and walks away.
Now, remember, we kind of expected this when we were talking about drafts, right? The Tigers intentionally drafted power in the lane.
Yeah.
They did this so that they could snowball their early lead. This was intentional.
Oh, it's a lane swap.
Oh.
I guess that makes sense. I'm assuming that Flash was having a hard time against Warberini, especially with the constant, roams coming out from both the jungle and the support. So, you putting Eloy, who wants them to come at her, and she does so much damage. If she's able to land her abilities, but she's just vibing right now.
Yep, she's kind of just existing.
And
now
there's Iceborne.
I am waiting for the next big fight to happen because that is really where Team 3's opportunity to negate some of this comes into fruition.
You think Herald maybe?
It could be Herald. It could even be Dragon now that they've put 2 people in the mid lane on the side of Team 3.
Oh, that is another mountain, by the way, and they do spot out Jaden. Whips, got Z-axis there, so did not hit the Deadly Flourish, which we've all been there for the Z-axis moment.
Very true. That's going to be Grubs being started up by Cedric here.
Yeah, and Cedric
that is going to be 5-6, 4-5-6.
Yeah, 4-5-6. It despawns at 14, right?
It does despawn at 14, so it's actually just going to be 4.
Yeah, which we saw that happen last game as well. Instead, it was going to be...
Last game was 3-3.
No, 3-1, actually. He didn't get the whole 3. It despawned.
Oh.
As well.
Oh, well, that's unlucky. But
at least they got the 4, though, so they are able to get some little grubbies in their pocket. Has some damage on top of Lily there.
And I mean, this is, we talked about it in the semifinals, how to use your grubs effectively. There are 3 pushing lanes, and you have 4 grubs. That is the perfect combo, actually.
Yep. And you have the champion that, like you mentioned, can build Hellbreak if they want to, and has Demolish in their pocket. So potentially, I just love like the music that happens when like
the Jin orchestra.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, we didn't talk about it, but canonically...
Ops gone up on top of Best. Gamer Flash 4 wants to get the kill. Right there, shutdown goes to Jaden C3, 2-0 once more on top of Jungle Ninja. Might be the Jungle Gap instead, as Jaden might be in trouble. Where's the artillery strike? 1, not 2. Looking for the 3rd. Whips that one. 1 more, and the minions help them out as Jungle Ninja sits. It is the Jungle Gap in my favor.
Okay, that was pretty impressive, to be honest. Using the minion wave to kind of get vision of the enemy there does help out quite a lot.
It's the 6th team member.
That is true. That's true. It's the Reckless of T1.
It's the FlyQuest versus Team Liquid.
The minions.
Yeah, the Winions.
Okay.
Depressing day.
For you.
Yes.
Not for me. For you. As we continue on, we do see the builds coming out. First items being completed by a lot of people already. The only ones that have not completed yet are the people that have died quite a bit.
They're not having the best time. It's the best way to put it.
They're not having the best time. It sucks.
But that is League of Legends for you. But there is the comeback mechanic for League of Legends. I do see on the top of there, they do have that comeback gold available. If they get turrets, kills, or objectives, they can get some more gold in their pocket. But it'll be an uphill battle. The root goes on top of Coley. But I'm not sure if this battle you want to fight. There goes the ultimate. So much damage. Samurai will get a Samurai death as a 5-0-0 for this LLOI. As they're not done, they want more. Flash out for who? Bot lane. The two carries will
dodge.
Be getting the turret. It's a game of dodgeball. It seems like Coley has all the balls here.
Okay. Who's to say makes it out with by the skin of their teeth? I would say it was pretty close.
And the skin was hanging off.
Yeah. I mean, still not a team fight. You know?
True.
Team 3 desperately do need that team fight to show off their wombo combo potential. And, you know, Jaden's doing a pretty good as it stands. Lily's going to get shot down.
I wonder how many stacks Samurai has.
I think it's like 6. Wait, Samurai. Oh, like the Nasta stacks.
Yeah.
I would say, you know what? Let's guess before our
Okay, he has 46 CS.
I'm going to say 100.
87.
That's not a possible number.
I'm going to say 87.
102.
I'm going to say 87.
Okay. Now this is the part where we ask our observer to press 1, I think.
Mr. Justin, press 1,
after
please.
After this dragon finishes.
After dragon, yes.
Yeah. To see how many stacks they're at.
Oh, was that 1 health?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
We've all been there.
It was secured. It doesn't matter how.
Oh, wait, they land the stun
secured.
on top of who? Not just
secured.
yet. Who is running for their life?
Yeah.
Okay, so I might be off now for the stacks as a 4th shot will secure best gamer as now Lily is stunned. Double kill goes over to the Jin.
Wow. They are ahead.
They had just a little bit. 6-1-4 for this Jin. 4-0-6 for the Zorath, the bot lane.
The Mundo last game was not this ahead.
Yes, they were not that ahead at this point in the game.
At this point in the game.
Speaking of the Mundo, there's Jaden C right there. Spots out that their jungle is not theirs any longer.
Very unfortunate for them. And while this is happening, you know,
Herald.
Other than that Cloud Dragon, it's kind of been a monopoly on the side of the Tigers.
Yeah.
For these jungle neutral objectives, I mean, the 4 Grubs, 2 Drakes, the Herald.
Been a top lane monopoly for them as artilleries. It was a nice, not bullet time just yet. It was just a straight up Q. Ultimate does land on top of Jungle Ninja. The knockup, he's airborne. Airborne lands the bullet time. They use everything and the kitchen sink at them, but shutdown goes over to Jaden along with Lily.
And who better else than your ADC and APC to get those kills? We talked about it. You group. You will do so much as a team, and that's exactly what they did. Okay, they avoided the little...
Okay, good thing you're middle school. You don't have your driving license just yet.
I was just about to say.
But eventually when you do, you have to practice your driving skills for that one. Let them get the knockup, though, but Samurai's in trouble. There goes Jaden by themselves, though. So in trouble. There are Fast Speedy Gonzalez. The Alpha will kill them. That Samurai pops the ultimate to try and stay alive a little longer as well, but look at the health bars. Who's low?
That's crazy that was Yee's first kill. Given the situation of the game.
And it's a Master Yi. You expect him to get a lot of kills.
It's actually crazy that there's still people that have no kills in the game.
Soon, trademark, as Lily gets killed by the person that didn't have a kill. So there you go.
Okay.
Hey, it worked out.
I'm a prophet.
Oh.
The winning numbers are...
Okay, wait. Let me write this down real fast. Yeah, but it's going to be an exciting one to see, though, as we do see the Baron is now live. 20 minutes in this game, 5-17 in kills, and it is a a little over an 11K goal.
11, 12-ish.
Yeah.
Any block? Wolverine's going to block.
Oh, but he rebounded back to his, and then he just
left.
It's unfortunate.
He was like, I'm out.
Yep, peace.
Well,
and that should be the turret as well. They're looking to get a goal in. Maybe. There goes a 2-man knockup. There goes Abscon, abduct. Not just yet, though. A flash out for best gamer as they will all survive here. Oh, flash forward. Where is he going? I don't know. Goes in top of Cedric, but instead it'll be a kill for that second kill for this Master Yi. Thumbs up. Alpha Strike is available for Who's, as Who will fall. Instead it goes to Flash Fire. As the kills go further and further beyond for this Tiger squad. Their claws are sharpened and out. Looking to knock on the base of Team Low 3.
Actually, the claws got eliminated.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this is pretty much what's going to be a textbook finish here. It's very traditional in League of Legends to actually crack open the base as much as you can, if possible. The minimum is always just that one turret, obviously, but they are going to get the mid one here. Oh, actually, no, they actually stopped sieging mid, and they're just going to go bot, which gives Team 3 the opportunity to group.
Oh, flash into it.
Ultimate here, too.
Oh, bullet time lands. Flash Fire should fall. No, the shield will make him survive. And the health bars are so low for this squad.
And they can't push forward. That's kind of it.
And no ultimates available as well for Coley or for Cedric for that speed boost. Warbury wants to try to do something on the side, but does get spotted out by Best Gamer. And, all right, they're hanging on just a bit. 30 seconds until this dragon spawns. Oh, Cedric.
So this is a little bit of an interesting detour from the Yone build. We did say Kraken Slayer or Bork. This one's Kraken Slayer and Bork.
It's like, why not both?
Like, you do need the crit chance at some point, and crit chance, because crit chance is double on Yasuo Yone. So if you build the IE, you're done.
But yeah, but just look at it. Always built Iceborne into front face curtain call.
Oh my god.
Okay, there's a good. Oh, they spot out Lily. They land one. The artillery strike is there. I believe it is hitting Lily. Lily's getting lower in health. Yep. So is Samurai.
Oh, that landed.
Oh, they don't care about the dragon. They want the kills. No flash available. The slow lands on top of Samurai. Close. Lily on the side. The burn, baby, burn. Kill for them, and a double kill goes to Flash Fire, burning down on top of Team Low 3. Coley finds one. There goes Jaden. They will fall. The two-man knock on the side, though. Warburini, it is not enough. He will fall as well. Double kill for them. An ace for Team Tigers. And why? Oh, that should potentially do it. As now with only one member left, it is going to be Who's last man standing. I don't think they can defend their base. The Demolish Proc will land. A slow on top of Who's. There goes their spirit. It's definitely a test of spirit here, getting lower and lower.
Yeah, I mean, the only hope really here is MF clears the wave with an ultimate, but I don't even think that Lily's going to get the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, the tentacle is doing so much damage. Jaden takes it. Ult's in place, but unfortunately there's no tentacle spawning because there's nothing there. There goes ultimate from him. He does get feared. This might be the last vestige of opportunity, last potential moment. Samurai's down. Jaden to follow. Who's say to follow? The last two members standing between them and defeat. Team Tigers knocking on the door, knocking on the base, getting lower and lower. There goes Warburini. Lily
does not care. He's ending the
does not care at all. Another ace, and this should be the game. Eva Mackay Middle School, the Tigers, they are your fall 2024 Hawaii Esports League champions. Congratulations. A well, hard-fought victory, domination, not just in the regular season, but in this finals weekend as well.
I hope they don't bloat. I hope they don't gloat about it too much on Monday.
Let's be real.
They deserve to.
Let's be real. But like you said, they're classmates. You probably see them in school in math. That's being like, so, how are you doing? It's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And they're just, you know.
No, can you imagine? They're sitting next to each other. They're like, hey, can you pass me the answers? You couldn't pass me a win this weekend, so I'm not giving you the answers. You know, like, they could just be so petty about it. But honestly, because it's middle school, it's obviously still all in good fun. Yeah. We're still learning the ropes. When you get to high school, it gets a little bit more competitive. Not saying this wasn't. Yeah. Right?
But you see, like, the level grow as well. You see, like, the ranks grow.
It's about the improvement right now.
Yeah, and especially if you've seen, like, we've seen some high schoolers go into the collegiate scene, into the even the higher tier pro scene as well. I mean, we've had a couple people from Hawaii get into the pro scene as well.
That's true.
You know, so shout out Dyrus from
You never
Kalani.
know.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
You never
and
know.
Now with infrastructure like this, you know, to help back up that progression, to help back up that growth in esports talent. You know, it's just a matter of time. So thank you to Eva Mackay for providing 3 teams worth of talent to the League of Legends scene. We appreciated it.
Yeah, but that's it for League of Legends, though. Like we mentioned, Eva Mackay, the Tigers, they are the champions, of course. Right after this, we will be having, I do believe,
the
Overwatch Grand Finals, of course. We mentioned it. It's going to be the HTA, the Hawaii Tech Academy Overwatch We Back squad
Team We Back, okay,
versus AMS Overwatch. I'm not sure which AMS that is, unfortunately.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll see.
Time,
but Overwatch, it's going to be a fun match to see who will be claimed, you know, they're right as champion. But there's not just that. Like we mentioned, the collegiate scene. We're pleased to announce that we have a return, actually, for one of these events. The Hawaii Esports Invitational presented by Zippies. It's coming back next year, this March. So we're going to bring schools all over the U.S. I believe last time we had, of course,
Stony Brook
University, Michigan State, and of course the local Hawaii teams as well as not just that, we also have some high school show matches. Last time we mixed them up, some high schoolers and collegiate against each other. Besides that, we also have an open competition for Super Smash Brothers. That means anyone, middle school, high school, collegiate, even people are pro. So I mean, if you have pro players come down, that'll be crazy to see. But yeah, if you want to, you know, stay tuned and hear about what's happening, like we mentioned, this March, and also follow all the socials for Vanta Esports. You know, that's X, Twitch, YouTube. We'll have all the announcements there. So once you see all the action, there you go.
All right. We're going to set up Overwatch. I believe we're going to pass out some of the awards already.
Yeah, as well as an interview as well with the winning team from Eva Mackay Middle School Tigers. So you know what? I believe, yeah, stay tuned. We'll be going to a short break, I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Yeah, we're going to a short break, so don't go anywhere, guys. We'll have the interview along with the awards ceremony for our first couple of award winners. And I believe raffle, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the Vanta Hawaii Esports League Fall Finals. We are here to announce the runners-up and the winners of the League of Legends portions of the competition. As the runner-up here for Fall 2024, please welcome up to the front Eva Mackay Middle School LOL3. All right, and your champions for the fall semester. Please welcome up the Eva Mackay Middle School Tigers. And now here to present some of the things that you all are waiting for. Please, El Allier with the raffle.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so everybody, we're going to be doing 3 rounds of raffle. This is our first round. We're going to have another one after lunch around 1:30. And then our grand prize for a Nintendo Switch, Corsair gaming chair, and a SteelSeries headset will be around 4:30. So the prizes and the value get higher and higher the longer you stay here. All right, before I begin with the raffle, one more thing for parents and players. Middle school, if you want to be taught by the best Fortnite coaches out there, we're doing a free winter camp here on Monday, December 30th. I've got few spots left for middle school. If you are interested in coming here for 4 hours with lunch, here on Monday, December 30th, please come to the Vanta booth and scan that QR code and sign up. Again, it's free, courtesy of Hawaiian Telecom. Okay, so without any further ado, we are going to begin with our first raffle. In this case, we are going to be giving away a $25 Zippy's gift card, courtesy of Zippy's, and a Corsair gaming mouse pad. And the lucky winner is all right, ticket number 978-1457. 978-1457. Come on down. By the way, this is the first time a first-time ticket winner actually had the ticket. So congrats. That's great. Thank you so much. Here it goes. Stay right here. Stay right here. Take a photo. That's fantastic. Let's keep the trend coming. Make sure you have the ticket ready. Well done. Give it a hand. All right. All right, so for the second gift, this will be a Logitech Hero wired gaming mouse. Here we go. And the winning ticket number is 6501501. 6501501. We have a winner. Wow, we're on top of things today. I like it. Come on down. It's you. Let me see the ticket. All right, well done. All right, stay here. Congrats. All right, give it a hand. All right, our last item will be a Razer Huntsman mini wired keyboard. A Razer mini wired keyboard. Here we go. And the winning number is 650-1447. 650-1447. Who's the winner? Come on down. Who's the winner? Come on down, yeah? All right. HTA represent. You're welcome. Stay here for the photo op. Congratulations. And thank you all. We have our next raffle coming up at around 1:30. By the way, for players and coaches, courtesy of Vanta, we will be providing Domino's pizza for players and coaches. That, more to come. And I think the Domino's guy's here. All right, I'll let you guys know when I make the announcement, or when Kyler makes the announcement. We'll be out in the back. And look at the Domino guy there. All right, here we go. Thank you. Stick around for more. Thank you.
team from the League of Legends finals. Of course, it's Evan Mackay Middle School, the Tigers. Now standing here with one of the players, the captain actually, Cole. Now, how are you guys feeling after winning the finals and with a dominant victory?
We feel good. We were expecting to win coming because it is Evan Mackay team, so we do got it.
Yeah, speaking of which, like you mentioned, Evan Mackay team, all three of you guys make it into the finals weekend, and I'm assuming there's a lot of scrims with each other, you know, a lot of playing against each other, a lot of bragging rights, if you will. So, any particular like training for you guys? Just a lot of scrims against each other, a lot of like in-houses for you.
Yeah, so we do a lot of scrims. It's mostly team 2 against 3, and then we'll do 1 against 2.
Nice. Now, for the most part, like I mentioned earlier, you are the Illinois main here, and both you and your mid laner actually, Flashfire, went undefeated. So how was laning phase for you guys? Because I saw a lot of times you were just dominant at top lane. At one point, you guys did lane swap. So what were the comms feeling like with that lane swap? You going mid while Flashfire going top side?
So I was pretty ahead, so I went mid because Yone was kind of getting a lot of farm, and so we could feed our square and push the towers.
Got it. And yeah, early on, I did see that some of the dragons did go in favor of the enemy team as well as some of the objectives, but for the most part, it was domination for you guys. Now, at any point, what were the comms like? Is a lot of smiles, laughter, or a lot of like clear, crisp comms for you guys? Really? How was it feeling for you guys?
Yes, it's very a lot of laughter and smile. I think we try to have fun.
Nice. Now, all of you guys like 7th graders, that you just get into Evan Mackay, or you've been here for like it's like your 2nd year into Evan Mackay for you guys?
Well, I've been in Evan Mackay for 3 years, and I've been in the Esports program for 3 years. But I think almost all of us have been here for 2 or 3 years, so we knew what to expect. And,
a lot of built-in synergy, and once you guys do eventually get to the high school scene, you guys kind of go to the same high school, or you're kind of like going to like, different areas and like try to get each other in like the Vanta high school scene as well.
Maybe, yeah, but
yeah, but that's just fall finals. So spring finals as well. Hopefully we have more competition, more schools play us against you guys. Like, I know the last couple of years it's been Evan Mackay in the finals time and time again. I guess getting tired of winning all the time, or what's that feeling like?
No, well, we actually love it. Yeah, I feel like the winning concept is like the thing that really drives us to play.
All right, and any final shout-outs or final call-outs for you guys, from any of you guys here, to your family, friends, you know, your other teams as well at Evan Mackay? Any final shout-outs?
Shout out to Mr. Messino for our coach. Taught us a lot of things and helped us a lot.
How about you guys? Anything you guys want to say here? All right, I guess everyone's shy. Only Cole wants to talk here. But yeah, for now, congrats again to Evan Mackay Middle School, the Tigers, the champions for the League of Legends finals. And of course, right now we're going over to OverWatch finals with Hawaii Tech Academy, We Back, versus, I believe it was Alimanu Middle School. So take it away, Colton and Henry, with the OverWatch finals.
All right, and thank you, Leighton, for the interview. Now, you guys got to saw Evan Mackay. I don't know if I can say lucky. Yeah, it's like it's just awkward. We get a break, you know. It's they've always shown out in league. I mean, we've known that for years now. At this point, it's not even been semesters. It's been years of seeing Evan Mackay at the top of league. So now we shift on over to Overwatch, as Leighton said, going to be HTA versus Aliamanu. So we've seen some of HTA before in previous semesters, and you're not normally the one casting Overwatch at these times. Normally we have Keegan with Clutch Key here alongside us. So it's kind of to fill you in. We've seen HTA here before in the semifinals, into the finals. Aliamanu has made it as well. Like, both teams have the history at least into the semifinals, so it's not their first time in these playoffs and in these matches. But I don't recall who made it into finals. I don't remember both these teams in finals last year. So this could be two new emerging
You're
teams.
telling me there's an attendance rivalry of the semifinals between these two teams?
Yes.
It's kind of like who
Quite
makes the most
possibly.
appearances. Okay.
Quite possibly.
Well, I mean, regardless, the stakes are still the same. Only one team does get to move on to winning here, of course. That's kind of how elimination tournaments work. So we're gonna have to see what happens. I'm not gonna show any bias or anything, but HTA's got a jersey. One of their players walked up to me and told me that this is how they pronounce their name. So I've kind of gotten to know them a little bit better. It's like the most blanket like type of interaction you could possibly have, but I mean, it's something.
Hey, I mean, interaction is always good, and I will say, right? You look at the middle school side, and it's like sometimes they are shy. They don't like to talk. You know, like I've ran into so many of those, especially you saw in the interview, right? Some of the Evomakai could just, hey, I get it, right? Yeah, they're happy to get the trophy, and they want to they want to walk out and put it in their trophy case back at their lab. But some of these kids are more than happy to talk, and like you said, right, able to walk up to you and just be like, hey, just make sure you know my name. You know, who knows? Maybe we're gonna see it in that kill feed. You know? I'm expecting. I'm expecting to be saying that name.
It's the kill feed, but not the other way.
Look, we can hope for the best.
They had a Tracer icon.
I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You know, there was some.
There's confidence.
There's been a lot of time that put into the game, maybe recently in the past week or so, just to make sure that I'm caught up with what is good and what is not.
So you did your homework.
Yeah.
Can I copy off of it?
No.
Okay. Good answer for the parents here.
Yeah. But I guess to give a very quick rundown, tanks are just too healthy, man. They just don't die.
So, I mean, spoiler, I've been telling you guys, my younger brother is going to be here tomorrow on behalf of the high school side, and he's been playing Overwatch. And you guys have heard an absurd amount of him complaining about tanks from the background of my microphone.
They're
so
healthy.
we're going to have to see how that plays out here. We're going to be on Lijiang Tower control map here to start off. And a lot of the classics from Overwatch 1 being played right here for our first map.
Yeah, onto Control Center, so playing onto that Orisa versus Rhine tank duel. So we're going to see what they're able to do with it. Now, you're saying a lot of the OG characters as well. The only character that isn't from Overwatch 1 is Lifeweaver. So a very interesting way to look at it. Reaper going to push on in. CJ trying to take, or HPU Esports, right? So the other player on that side using the HPU account there, trying to get on through, but Sombra gonna go as well as that Moira. So Point looking to go in favor of Aliamanu, but we'll have to see what comes of it. We're now being notified the HPU Esports account is going to be JM Fine. So we'll see what they're able to do on that Reaper, building up the ult charge quite quickly. The Sarissa trying to hold down on this Point, but 0% will finally go on down and looking to get that percentage started for Aliamanu.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm kind of interested to see how Lifeweaver does on a capture point, just because you kind of look around this area. There's a bit of elevation that you can play around, but it's nothing too much. It's very two-dimensional on this side. It's kind of really just about keeping line of sight from all of this, all of the obstacles around the area, and seeing what you can do. That's going to be the Tree of Life coming out just to keep everybody up. But one of the DPS already down on the side of Aliamanu.
Yeah, very early drop there from how I don't know. How they died, I don't know.
We don't know either.
But we'll hopefully be able to find out soon. CJ Max coming up on that Death Blossom. A lot of these ultimates coming up for both sides, but slowly this fight swaying towards Hawaii Tech. Will they be able to finish it out? We'll have to see. That Shatter is available. Instead, we're going to get the Orisa ult. Not able to find anything onto that Reinhardt, but that Reinhardt at 1 health will fall as well to Kreese, and looking for that finish off on the fight. The Point will swap on over 46% and 47 actually for Aliamanu, but unfortunately not able to keep that going. Hawaii Tech looking to get some percentage on the board. I
couldn't help but think of you going the actually when you corrected yourself there.
It ticked over just after it.
Yeah. I will say that Zen ult was at really good timing, as you could kind of tell. It swayed the battle, kept everybody alive as a lot of the people on the side of Aliamanu were getting low. But now they're trying to do a little bit of gatekeeping, but it's not going to work. That's the Shatter, going to hit multiple people here, trying to progress forward back onto the point. We're going to have to see if they're able to do it. Reaper poking from the side, but a little bit far
Keeping
range, going up and close, has the Death Blossom if needed. Skates away safely for now, still in the heat of battle, trading with the opposing DPS. Does get him down, now Ana alone, hiding behind a wall, but the days are numbered, and that's going to be a good fight so far in favor of Liamanu. We're going to have to see how the rest of it goes as Hawaii Tech, they're falling one by one.
Yeah, a little bit on the stagger here for these deaths. So the timers on coming back are gonna be a little bit off. This Reaper I expected to ult, but I mean,
yeah,
you know, when you see all of them falling so low and you have so much of that health advantage, it doesn't make any difference. But 1-for-1 trade on the DPSs will come on out. Wojtek with 70% and counting, looking to try to close this out. This could be closing up on that final fight. And Wojtek with the ultimate advantage. Orisa will cue that ultimate on time. No damage to be done there, but will zone off a lot of that damage to Reaper in that backline, looking for the Death Blossom. Will they be able to find it? No, instead, going to be taken out by their mirror. Sombra in the backline will be able to find the Cassidy of how, I don't know. And the Zen with the Transcendence on point, keeping Hawaii Tech alive. All of their players still going. Shatter going to come on down from Tarek, looking to finish off these kills and get their percentage back. 99% OT is counting. Looking to close out the point will be Liamanu, and they will do so. 50% and going now. They try to get their comeback. The Death Blossom coming on out from TJ will find 3. Will they be able to clutch out this point? Looking for this Reinhardt as the Cassidy also comes on back. The rest of the team will be following shortly behind. So the heals to come on. Reinhardt with less than a bar of health will be able to fall. Now, how, I don't know. It's all up to you, and it will not come through. No one else to touch the point. And it seems like this just might go on to Hawaii Tech as we close out the first map of Control Center.
Nobody able to touch onto the site, and that's going to be Hawaii Tech taking the first point on the first map. I mean, all Liamanu had to do was stall with the 2v1, but it just wasn't enough. Reaper able to take advantage of the situation, and I mean, you pointed it out. That was a huge 3K with the ultimate there.
That was a 1v4.
Yeah, I mean,
they were like, I got this.
Good enough.
I got this.
Good enough. Mirror matchup, no problem.
I mean, hey, you know, give them all the credit where credit is due, right? You walk on in, take that little bit of confidence and just drive it home. Able to find 3, and then, you know, the rest of your team's coming on back while they're waiting on respawns, and it all works out for them now. Loading on to the next point. And we're looking, you know, a little bit of a change of comps, not by much, but Tharissa now going to go on to the Ramatra. I don't know how I feel about that one. I don't like both tanks. That's just the personal vendetta, though. Yeah, they're good tanks.
I think coming from the League of Legends side, I've been already engrossed in the drain tank ideology to think that it's good. So I don't know what the Overwatch take on it is too well, but I do see that Trix is taking quite a bit of damage already.
Who is in the backline for Liamanu? They are, oh, it's the Reaper. They were all the way on the other side of the opposite bridge, but looking to get back to their team, get a little bit of a rotate. Hawaii Tech with the first percentage on the board, but still trying to get a little bit of that flank, try to get a little bit of damage poke maybe on that back end, but won't be able to find much. They're just going to get zoned out by that Sombra, unfortunately not able to really find where they are. But instead, just kind of charging the ultimates. Reaper, I think, maybe tried the TP and missed the TP. I'm just going to not talk about it too much and move on as the fight continues on the bridge. Percentage is still counting, so Liamanu needs to find their way in, and this might just be the opening as the first pick for their side will go on to that Sombra, but Samoxi will also take out Tempest in revenge. Now, the contest onto this point. Reinhardt Tarek trying to look for a little bit more of that space, but will not be able to find it and just going to continue being zoned off. Tree going to get popped there. Zenyatta trying to find the kill onto this Reaper. The Reaper with the evade will be able to find his way away, but instead the rest of the team from Hawaii Tech will clean on through and find the rest of the kills as they now have 50% and counting, and I feel like we only had one fight.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, they were just staggered on that bridge for such a long time, and as I say that, they did find the Ana in the backline, and that's going to be a stagger of healers now too. You know, Lifeweaver proccing the ultimate, but to no avail. 3 people still died in that push, and Hawaii Tech, they get to keep, not only did they get to keep their counter going, they barely used any ultimates in that fight. Their ultimate economy, they've got 4 of them up right now. All they've got to do is defend here. And I don't know if flanking is even a good idea anymore for the Reaper here. They're going to have to see what they can do. Life
Good grip.
Back to safety. Yeah, there it is. And
That buff is ready.
ultimate's available.
Click the button. Transcendence will be able to
Trans.
cancel at one, so Sombra will be the only one to fall here, but the rest of the ultimates coming on out. 3 now being dropped for Hawaii Tech, looking to get something through. That Shatter will go down, but instead Ram ult will be able to find 2, and will be able to find the Ryan. Life Grip will save the Reinhardt from the immediate damage, but will not be able to change their inevitable fate, and no one will touch the point. Hawaii Tech will close it out and take map number 1 and take us on to Escort.
That was a clean 100%. No opportunity. They really only had 2 sieges that entire time. The first one didn't work out too well. The second one was a bit staggered. They saved their ultimates, but everything was just stifled by, you know, a complete, like, disengage, a stop of what they were able to do. And so HTA taking that first point in this best of series.
That was a good play. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
How is it not the Reaper ult?
Oh, look. The guy that knows how to play at the game points is not here. You cannot ask me that question.
How is it not the Reaper? Anyways, besides the point. Besides the point, like you're talking about, right? A clean 100-0 on that second map.
Yep.
Now moving on to Escort, right? Sides will swap. So we'll see now Liamanu on that defensive side. And, you know, we're going to get the update as they decide the map coming on through. But from what we've seen, I mean, that first map was really close, right? It was played out all the way through. I think it's just a compositional difference. It's maybe playing more as a team. From the side of Liamanu, I think if they can play a little bit more as a team, get a little bit more of that poke damage out, the rotations may feel a little bit smoother because they can't get in. It just seems the problem, right? Once they get in, that fight looks a lot closer. That fight looks a lot more even. But getting that, you know, the priority to just step forward past the bridge, for example, is where their problem lies. And I think when you look at the other side for HTA, I think the hope is maybe they can transfer some of their, you know, bundle up of damage into being able to spread it out, kind of doing the opposite in a sense of allow to take other fights in different locations. And we'll see maybe what comes about that.
Well, to be honest, from watching the playstyles, it looks like one of the DPS on the side of Liamanu just really likes playing the flanking character. Like, I understand it was mainly Reaper, but I could totally see that playstyle with the Sombra or whatever like that. Now that we're moving on to Escort, it's not a stationary area that you have to worry about. So it could be possibly that you could keep flanking along the way, but you might have to also start playing in terms of like with your team a little bit more. Like, I know you're coordinating flanks and things like that, but sometimes they kind of just need you, like you said, to cross those initial points before you're defending territory so that you can flank.
I will also note that no one really on the side of HTA plays far away from their team. None of the healers play separated, right?
Yeah.
If there were, let's say, more Baptistes or Anas that were playing separated from their team, I could understand the flanks a lot more, right? Because you're going to catch them separated. You're going to catch them out in areas that they aren't ready for. And again, I know you guys were talking about this earlier. Those trophies, massive upgrade. Like, they look so good.
Oh, yeah. Somebody jokingly said they were Maui's weapon from Moana. And I was like, well,
I mean, they're not wrong.
They're not wrong. Yeah, shout out to Leighton. Yeah, there you go. You get your 5 seconds of fame off camera. Congratulations.
I'd hoped when you said that someone said it was one of the kids. Or
No. I will say, though, one of the players from the previous game asked if Leighton was a middle schooler. So I guess it counts.
Well, so Escort is the next map coming on up. We're still waiting on that decision from Liamanu. So we're going to see, right, what comes about it. I wonder, right, of the maps that are available.
Is King's Row popular? Oh,
that's
no,
hybrid.
That's hybrid. You're right.
That's the wrong map.
I can't think of one that's not hybrid. I was like, Grand Station. Nope, that's hybrid.
That's not even the name of the map. It's called Midtown. But, you know, besides the point.
Know what?
Can I have Keegan back?
We have one map, bro. Our game has one map, okay?
Well, in all fairness, you point to yourself. You're wearing a Valorant shirt.
Look, man, anyway, so hybrid. Nope, not
Escort.
hybrid. Escort.
So, okay, if we're looking at the
You're
escort,
gonna be so happy tomorrow.
The
You're
escort
gonna be so
maps,
happy
I will
tomorrow
be.
when
I
when
will
Kid-
be.
Oh,
So
that's
looking
an
at the escort map, yeah, that is an escort
Yeah.
map, right? You have the options of Junkertown. We heard it in our ears. It's going to be Route 66, right? Watchpoint Gibraltar. So there's a lot of maps that you can choose, and I think Route 66 plays a little bit more. I probably could have guessed it because they're very close range composition.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Reaper is very prevalent in this.
Yes.
The Sombra will be a pain to deal with. I can say that now, no matter what escort map you're going to go to. But Route allows you to play a lot more as a group, and I think that strengthens both teams. I'd like to see, you know, how I think it was JM Fine, the HPU account,
Yeah.
right? How they're able to adapt into a little bit more if they want to continue playing spread out, how they adapt to this map, because this map has a lot of flanking angles, and it has areas, especially on the second point, where you can get behind your team very quickly, but you need to be able to space yourself out correctly and understand timing. When your team's ready to take a fight, that's when you want to jump in and catch them by surprise.
Would you say that because there's a lot of close angles you could take, that mobility heroes like Kiriko that can go to you or Lifeweaver that can pull you away would also be sort of like a good safety net for those characters that are trying to take those close range, maybe off-angle battles?
I think Kiriko is very good.
Okay.
I think Juno is also very good here.
Okay.
Lifeweaver is a little weird. I say that because the spacing of Lifeweaver allows you to pull from quite a
this
far
is
distance
interesting.
away, right? But I don't know if you've ever seen this before. I've seen this enough times where it's basically a 0% hold. They're
Yep.
going to look to see how long they can hold them here at this first choke. And this Reinhardt is a crucial part of this composition. Life Grip will be able to save them away from that first set of damage, but unfortunately I don't think they're going to stay alive for that long. So Moxie to find the first blood here. And now Tarek to fall just means the rest of this team slowly will go one by one. How to know to fall as well. And now the first bit of meterage going to go on through, and that's going to basically give them first corner here as the rotations will come on out and try to get them away. A little bit of the flank and the lurk here going to stay on through, but you know, you see CJ turning around, focusing back onto that point, and 4 of them are on this cart. This is where I would normally expect to see maybe a couple more step forward, but I get it, right? You want to play as a team, you want that Sigma on your side to stay alive and stay healthy. But the rest of this push going to come on through, and they need to keep in mind that Reaper is still behind them, still trying to look for any pick, but that Orb of Discord will be able to get that little bit of extra damage out, and HPU Esports to fall. And now hoping to see what they can do here. Fan the Hammer trying to see how much damage they can get out, but unfortunately not able to close on any damage. And that first point going to be secured just like that. 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock, just going to be bumped on up now to 5 minutes and 10 seconds, and that's just the first point.
That's a huge time bank, and I was going to say, you pointed it out, I don't see that first initial hold at 0 meters that you were talking about too frequently, because it feels like such a big gamble. If you lose that first bit, you can't hold the corner like you talked about, and then you start kind of falling behind in tempo a lot more. That's going to be the Sigma ult coming out, and now the HPU Esports account already has to go into hiding just a little bit, and 5 minutes is plenty of time, and they're just pushing the tempo. They're going balls to the walls here.
Yeah, they're going fast. They're going quick, and it kind of plays almost against their composition, if I'm being completely honest. You're looking at Sigma, you know, Cassidy, Reaper. You're not completely looking to just dive onto their team. And the other side has the Lucio, has the Moira, so you're expecting a little bit more pressure from them, but unfortunately just not able to win out on these gunfights. And again, 5 on the cart. This is where normally you'd expect to take that little bit of extra space, but they're going to stick together. They're going to play their strong suit. They know they have the ultimate advantage. How can they take this and try to drive this second point home? You want to get as much of these ultimates out before that Lucio is able to gain any bit of ult charge, and you're seeing it come on through. Kree's going to get the first pick and then just continue to push on forward, able to take out Kame, able to take out Tempest, and now the rest of this team will fall. Only 2 remain there, and those 2 going very quickly.
And again, I mean, that was basically a clean ace because the Cassidy died early in that fight, and it kind of feels like it's a little bit
They're
of
going to have 6
desync
minutes.
coming in from Aliyah Manu.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, like tank and healer are going in. DPS are kind of fighting other DPS on the side, and then you're kind of just depending on 1v1s at the time. It feels very scattered, and they're going to scout out a little bit. Like you said, there's 5 minutes on this time bank. They've already gotten the second capture. They've only just got this third one to go, and even if Aliyamanu, when they attack, are able to even it out at 3-3, the time banks are not going to be even going into that second bit if they can get it there.
Yeah, they're playing a little bit of this reverse on which side everyone's going to be playing from. Beat going to get dropped here, and Tempest to find that first pick on the Kreese, and the rest of these picks will fall. Aliyamanu finally looking like they're getting the upper side of this fight, and will be able to take out and get that team kill. Give them a little bit of time to breathe, take some time off that time bank, and again, these ultimates still looking in favor of Hawaii Tech, but at least now they're getting a couple of ultimates back into their pockets here, prepping. That Shatter almost ready to go. Death Blossom is ready on both sides. We're going to see who's going to pop it first. Instead, you're going to see 2 ultimates coming on out from Hawaii Tech, trying to get as much as they can. Death Blossom going to be able to find one, and the rest of these kills going to go on through. Death Blossom from JM Fine, trying to find as much as they can, but unfortunately not able to do the same thing that CJ did back on Lijiang Tower. And the rest of this will continue to push on forward. 1 fight territory now as we push this cart just past halfway in this third point. And they're continuing to stick to their strategy. Everyone is staying on that cart, looking to see what they can get here. And this final fight gonna come on out. Aliyamanu with that Shatter in pocket, looking to see what they can do with that 1 ult advantage. Able to take the Fire Strike, but will they be able to land that Shatter instead? The Orb will be able to find someone in that back line, and just trying to push on forward. The rotate back will be able to go on through. Tempest able to find 2, but unfortunately able to take out on their own. And now, trying to see what they can take. Hawaii Tech rotating back. That Shatter deep into their back line, trying to find as much as they can. Unfortunately, no kills to fall, and now Tarek will fall. Instead, this push looking to maybe come on through, but Hawaii Tech holding on out in their backline, waiting for these spawns to come through, and hoping that they're able to finish off this fight. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here as they get onto that point. Start that contest one more time. Beat is going to be ready for Aliyamanu. The Coalescence ready for Hawaii Tech. Deadeye also looking to be popped here in this final fight. Will be popped, taken for half that damage. Reload automatically as well. And now trying to get on in. Jim Fine looking to try to take out this Cassidy in the backline, but at what cost? The rest of your team is not going to be able to stay alive. That Moira going to go onto the point. Will it be able to do anything? Transcendence going to get popped, and this cart to push on through. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock for Hawaii Tech, and finishing the map in 3-point fashion.
That was crazy because I was watching the kill feed, and that was a 4K on split between the 2 supports. We just had a battle support moment on the side of HT, but like you said, basically a clean first point, 1 fight and then second point. That third point was definitely scrappier than the other ones combined, and there was a lot of trading back and forth, which is why there was a bit of staggering. But in the end, HT were just managing their ultimate economy a little bit better. They were using it in sync with each other, keeping everybody alive, but also going for it. Aliyamanu did have some good plays, but like I said, it kind of feels like there's a little bit of desync between what the tanks want to do and what the carries want to do and what the healers want to do. So we're going to have to see if they can coordinate each other a little bit better now that they're on the offensive side, needing to push that cart forward. 3-0 with 2 minutes to spare is not easy to match. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I think a part of the reason, and this is not to take away from the fight, but a part of the reason why Aliyamanu looks stronger in that third point is spawn advantages, naturally, right? When you're on that defensive end, that third point is going to be the hardest for the attacking team because the spawns are so much closer. Now we're flipping sides. We're going to see what's being taken up here. We're seeing some of these compositional swaps. Now, of course, naturally, we are in the same room as these players, so these, we'll wait on some of the swaps to really note it. But the main one that we're seeing that we haven't seen a single, actually 2 of them that we're seeing is the Bastion and the Widow. But also to note, if you look at Aliyamanu, they're swapping roles. They're not playing the same roles as they were originally at Zenyatta, originally of how, I don't know, was playing Cassidy, was playing on that DPS. Bastion looking to try to get some damage out here. And that 0% hold, 0 meter hold, looking to try to be done on this flip side. Maybe not with that same aggressional composition, but you're noticing they're willing to fall back a little bit faster. That flank angle, though, will be able to take up, and that DPS trade died to Venomine, which is not something you see all the time. But this point, still being held at 0 meters, still being contested here. Tempest falling a little low, but will not be able to be taken out completely. And this Arista going to push on up, find 1, and the rest of these damages will be able to get matrixed out here. Tempest flying on through, grip back. I was just about to say they're not in the range of the heals. And we'll continue to go. The TP gonna go up top. Will they be able to find anything? We'll get spotted out, but you know where that Widow is. Unfortunately, too far to do any damage. And Kree's gonna be able to find that pick on to JM Fine. Now the rest of this damage gonna go on through. You're finding this all so low for the side of Hawaii Tech. And that Blossom gonna get popped and committed in their spawn. CJ Mag to find one. And that's gonna be a team wipe there. And still at 0 meters, by the way.
0 meters, and you know, speaking of the new heroes that are showing up, Torb is now going to get swapped into, and the D.Va we saw kind of being the main tank on the side of Leomanu, hoping that it would negate some of the projectiles. I mean, we talked about this first corner hold being super, super important. HT were able to blast through it, and the Leomanu kind of struggling to make it past that 0 meters like you're talking about. Tree is going to come out trying to keep the team alive by any means. No other ultimates are available. HTA has a couple of them if needed. Coalescence going to get procced here, but HBU already, Leomanu already with a 3K here, and they're going to push up. Cole might be a little bit late trying to salvage the situation, but that's going to be a 5-player kill streak. That's going to be the team wipe. That's going to be the first corner being traversed on the side of Leomanu. They're finally getting their meters in.
Yeah, they're getting the meters. They're getting through this first corner, and they're going to look for how much they can really get here. 2 ultimates ready on both sides. We're going to see what comes of that. But the biggest one that I think is going to come about is that D.Va Bomb. Nothing really is going to protect you from that D.Va Bomb. A couple of, ways to get away. But it's also just a get-out-of-jail-free card. If you die a little early, you can pop it where you need. Instead, point is going to get contested. This Widow in that backline. Orisa will be able to drop the spear and find one. D.Va Bomb will not be able to find anything. Everyone's able to take cover. Widow not able to hit the shot onto that baby D.Va. But the rest of these shots will try to be landed on that back end and will do the damage that needs to be done for Kreese. Kreese able to take out Tarek on that Torbjorn. Death Blossom not going to find anything from JM Fine, and instead this damage is just going to keep on getting laid on out. As Hawaii Tech able to find yet another full reset for the side of Leomanu, and now taking this down to just 1 minute left on that clock. They're close, but they're not that far either from getting. They're close, but they're not too close yet. Mixing up my words. It was the same. It was the same definition.
Thing. I was gonna say, Kreese is actually buying so much time on this Orisa, buying so much space. It forces Leomanu to kind of like spread out from avoiding the ultimate and also the spear. There's just so many things. Look at, he's just pushing forward onto the enemy DPS. And it's just so much space being bought, and it's so hard to deal with this character just all up in your face. Like the D.Va can't even really help protect the team because she's being shoved against a board, you know? And that's another team wipe, basically.
Yeah, another team wipe. I don't know how much time they're going to really have to get back to that point. Transcendent's going to get committed here just to get onto that point, and the rest of this, though, will not last all too long. That Torbjorn going to get caught out in the back corner there, and unfortunately just will not last long enough for this team to hold on out. D.Va not able to make it back in time. That's going to give Hawaii Tech yet another map as they're able to close on out. Match point coming up for them as we move on over to Hybrid as potentially our last map. We're going to see what they're able to come up with. Now, we're able to see some of these compositional swaps, right? We know that both teams are capable of these swaps. Oh, I got scared. I thought that this was where the Venom Mine happened, and I was like, surely that's not the play of the game.
That's the play of the game.
But I think, right, you're able to see there's going to be a lot of those swaps coming on out. We're seeing now even roll swaps coming out from Leomanu. So you know they have some of these things in their back pocket. How can they further adjust in prep, in prep to try? That might be a sub, as a heads up. I just saw someone get out of the chair. Someone else sat in.
Bathroom.
That,
you know, it
but
happens.
we're going to see, right, how maybe they can transition. You're talking about Escort, or talking about Escort in the previous map, right? We're able to see maybe a little bit more dominance from the side of HTA. Now, your apparent favorite map, which is Hybrid, coming up, right?
I guess so.
It's only maps you name.
I can only name those.
Right. You're kind of mixing the blend of two.
Yep.
Of control, where you have to capture a point, and then the escort part. You have to escort the cart for 2 more points. I think playing together seems to be the strong suit of HTA, and they need and Leomanu needs to find a way to break that apart.
Yeah, it's kind of this terrible thing that happens in any team game when the other team is just deathballing you and you have no idea what to do. I feel like the natural thing to do is to retaliate with a deathball of your own, but we're not actually seeing that too much on the side of Leomanu. We're still seeing the flankers. We're still seeing the people with their like own idea of how to dissect the team themselves. This is your do or die game, unfortunately. So you're going to have to decide on this hybrid map whether that's going to be what you're going to do and you're going to patch up the things that didn't work for map 1 and 2, or you're just going to have to, you know, conform to what the HTA are doing and hope you're doing it a little bit better. With that being said, I mean, HTA have the luxury of they don't need to change up their play style right now. It's worked for 2 maps. Unless proven otherwise, they don't have to change it for the 3rd one.
Yeah, and we just got word that that next map is going to be Blizzard World. So playing into that Widow just a little bit more, right? Now that Widow has those sightlines, especially on the first point. We're going to see maybe what they can do with that line of sight, with the distance, right? The death ball composition could still work.
It could.
Right? No matter where you put it. But I think there's a little bit more lines of sight that need to be paid attention to now on Blizzard World, especially on that first point. It's quite literally a fork in the road.
Yeah.
So how they choose to adapt on both ends, right? We're switching sides again, so Leomanu on that attack first. How they're able to maybe use that to their advantage, try to get a couple more angles into their fight. Maybe it'll save them. We'll have to see. And, you know, try to adjust from where we're at in that composition and adapt to what we've seen before.
Absolutely. And, you know, we kind of saw the different angles that HTA's DPS are willing to take. We've seen the all-in close fights. We've seen the Widowmaker come out. So, I mean, it's a good showing of flexibility at such a young age. You got to keep in mind these are middle schoolers, and they play Overwatch better than me. But I mean, it's a good sign of flexibility if you're planning to continue playing this into your high school, into collegiate. It shows how willing you're willing to help your team out, to play different roles just to match the style of your team. And the fact that they are able to do these death ball compositions is mostly just a testament to how well they've been able to mesh.
True. And I think the nice thing about you're talking about, middle school, high school, collegiate play, we've been doing this with Vanta now for, I'd say 3 years.
Yeah.
At minimum 3 years.
Yeah.
So I know it's been 3, maybe 4. So we've seen quite literally a new generation of players.
Oh, don't say that.
Right? Like,
My back just cracked.
But we've seen, right, the middle schoolers that we started off with are in high school, quite possibly about to graduate this year. We're into that stage, and that's what I love about Scholastic is it's always progressing up.
Yep.
Right. Sorry, I'm being distracted. Like,
It's okay. At least we're not Leighton.
Look. Unfortunate. But as we load into Blizzard World, it's coming around that time of day. It's lunchtime. Everyone's getting hungry. So if you find yourself getting hungry this weekend, I know, to everyone in here, there's some food that Vanta has thankfully brought for us. But if you're at home listening to this, or if you guys are just still hungry, there wasn't enough pizza, whatever the case may be, make your next stop Zippies. We've had them as a sponsor for such a long time now with us.
Them.
And it has been the greatest thing, right? Especially for the Hawaii Esports Invitational. It's been so supportive for Vanta Esports in Hawaii. And if you guys don't already know, their app has a ton of promotions and ways to earn rewards and prizes. They're also looking to expand their team. So for more information, make sure to go check out their website at zippies.com/careers. God, I love Zippies, though.
Have you seen the meme of the person that collected 1 million McDonald's points, and he's a
Is that going to be you
McMillionaire?
with, like, Zippies or something?
We
or?
should get a Zip Coinionaire, to show how much we love Zippies. But honestly, it's goated. Colton does not like the tomato wedges in the salads that they have.
I don't like tomatoes, period. Don't put it on Zippies as if it's their fault. I just don't like tomatoes. So that's just a choice. But we load on here as we mentioned Blizzard World map to be Sombra in that back line, just trying to get as much damage as he can in their face, but
close.
unfortunately not able to stay alive for long enough. And I don't know if CJ is...
We're not seeing any Widowmakers, so those lines of sights that you were talking about were not going to be the main focus here. I think Aliyah Manu is just trying to do their Wait, Hawaii Tech is pushing, right?
No.
Oh, okay, I was right. Aliyah Manu is trying to do their best to kind of just like death ball it forward. HTA are trying to hold their ground. Like you talked about entering that Blizzard World, the moment that fork in the road, it does get a little bit difficult. And so we're going to have to see how that plays out. They're still playing a little bit split, but they're definitely more co-joined than they've been in the last 2 maps. So this is a different style that they're playing, and it is showing to work for the time being.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think for the side of Hawaii Tech, that Sombra is just getting caught out. There's so much of a choke here that they can't even get into the back of their team. These TPs going to come on through, though, from Jim Fine, trying to find as much damage as they can in that back line. And just trying to last as long as they can as well. Rissa ult going to get popped in that choke. Will it be able to find anything? It will not, but instead the Spear to find one as well as that follow-up onto Kame. And now just continuing to finish off these kills. That Reaper in the side room will also fall. Team kill for the side of Hawaii Tech as they now able to close out that fight. 2 minutes on the clock for Aliyah Manu just to try to get some ticks onto that point. They need to make some progress, and they need to make it fast.
And I was talking about it. They're pretty good at the death ball, as we said, but Aliyah Manu was holding their ground. They were doing very well, but again, it's Kreese buying so much space with that ultimate, splitting the team essentially in half here, right at the chokehold. So it makes it so difficult to pass by here. And, you know, the traditional DPS 1v1ing each other has been a staple this series thus far. Just going to get away with the teleport there. So live to see another day, live to tell the tale. But they do still need to pass here. It would be absolutely tragic to not even get a single third of the capture for the hybrid map.
Yeah, trying to get as much as you can. That first pick from CJ will be able to get onto Kame, but with almost 0 health left, needs to get out of dodge there. Transcendent's going to get popped. The rest of this team trying to rotate on backers, but will they be able to find anything? The TP from Jam Fine trying to find the death blossom in that backline. Will they be able to find anything? It will not. But the damage is there, and Kreese will fall as well as that Sombra of Red Devaro. Just trying to continue on. Will find the Mega. Will it be able to make the difference? The death blossom will get popped in that backline. Maybe a little bit of a revenge. Maybe, you know, wanting to win that 1v1, but unfortunately not able to swing that fight. And 5 people on that point means that Aliyah Manu will get their point on the board here, as now 3 minutes to get this cart onto that next checkpoint. Trying to see what they can do. But now another choke to deal with, and ultimate's coming up for both sides.
I swear I just mentioned it, and then they immediately captured the entire cart. Good stun coming out. And we're going to see the Ramacha switch forms here, trying to hold them here at this gate area. This is kind of one of the main choke points. Oh! Huge ultimate coming out from Kreese. That's going to be 3 already down on the side of Aliyah Manu. Now. Oh, okay. Oh! No environmental kill. I know you were kind of hoping for it to happen. DPS stiff over there as CJ Max takes out the opposing Reaper. A lot of trades back and forth, but I think the moral of the story here is that the cart is still stuck at this gate, and as long as it is stuck here, HTA are as happy as can be. They're going to have to fall back a little bit to regroup with the rest of the team, and in fact, they're actually going to keep pushing forward to their demise just a little bit. CJ Max falling a little low, doesn't have that the ultimate available quite yet, and is going to fall, and there's going to be the cart moving past the main chokehold for Blizzard World.
Yeah, I think there's gonna, there was a little bit of an overcommit, a little bit of maybe, riding that high and keep, going through and trying to see what they can find. Unfortunately, not working out in their favor. Hawaii Tech do get staggered out, and now this cart getting some progression onto this second checkpoint. But Ultimate's ready to go for Aliyah Manu. What are they going to be able to find? You know that JM Fine has that ultimate, and will be able to find CJ in their counterpart. But what will happen in the rest of this fight? They are a man up here in this scenario, but trying to just get as much damage is going to be Kreese. Trying to find what they can here as this point will reach the final length of its push. Instead, one ultimate will get popped, that Ram ult, trying to find as much damage as you can. Sombra, I don't think you want to be standing in that field, because unfortunately that means that death will come. Kreese just under 1 health there, but will end up falling this point to continue on. 2.5 minutes to find this last checkpoint. And I don't know if you want to be here, Zen, but you can try to take this fight in the arcade room. It's close, but unfortunately just not enough. health to survive the 2 turret shots that got shot from Timbuktu.
I love dying to utility. It's my favorite reason for losing in a video game. But honestly, it feels so weird because it looks like the identities for both of these teams have swapped. The Leomanu grouping as a team, HTA kind of taking different perspectives, and it's not looking too well.
Again.
A really good ultimate once again from Kreese, trying to change the tides of battle. Lots of ultimates being used on the side of HTA. The
CJ's looking for it.
yeah, now it's still falling back, but I mean a little bit of pushing forward, but Leomanu are now slowly falling one at a time. That's going to be the res coming out. It is going to work perfectly. CJ Mags with a 3K on the Death Blossom. Anything that Leomanu just did completely stifled out.
Yeah, well-timed ultimate. The Zen ult is down. The Ramatra just went through shield. The Reaper just, faded away. So you're
The
timing
res
that
just came
ultimate.
through.
The res
Yep.
just came through, so you know that nothing can stop that ultimate. And able to just be able to deal that damage. But we're going to see the Torbjorn ult coming on through. Maybe a little bit of a zone as we now push on through. About going to get popped here from Tarek. Trying to get as much healing as they can out. No ultimates left on these boards. Trying to charge it up as fast as possible with the dry fight. We'll see who can come out on top. This Ramatra trying to push on through, but instead that spear will land and just so much damage to follow on up. The res will be able to land, but at what cost? The rest of your team is not there with you. Kreese will fall, but the rest of his team surely can close this out. But that Reaper ult so close for JM Fine. Will they be able to find anything? That Sombra going to go behind. Ramatra will pop the ultimate as well. And Leomanu closing this fight on through. Transcendence from Samoxi will be able to save some of that health bar, but unfortunately not the progress that is being made from Leomanu. 30 seconds left on this clock as we now reach the last couple of turns here, going into the final part of this point. No ultimates. One ultimate on the side of Wojtek, ready to go, looking maybe to get looking ready to get onto that point here. But this has been the biggest ultimate for that side. Transcendence will get popped early, but that's not going to save the health bars on that one shot. Gem Fine will fall, but the rest of this team to continue. Coalescence going from someone here will not be able to find anything, but Reaper will be able to do that damage as needed. Samoxi to find its way through, and no touch means that will be the end of Leomanu's push. But 2 points and a lot of distance. This is a really good showing from them, especially in comparison to maybe what we've seen in the previous maps.
I think they covered more distance than the first 2 maps.
Look, we don't. Look, nope.
I'm the math guy. I gotta do the stats. You know what I mean? But
no. You didn't have to do the stats. You just did them dirty.
Listen. You could have taken that one of 2 ways. You took it the negative way. I chose to take it the positive way.
No, you took the analytics way, not the positive way. There is no positive.
You literally let me say half the statement, and then you were like, "Wow, you're so mean." I personally think that if the HTA play the same way they did in the defense half, that we are going to go to a map 4. Because this was, yes, Leomanu showing a wonderful sign that they can play also the death ball composition. They can also group. They can also all of this, all of that. But to be honest, this was a little bit of a downside on the side of HTA. I'm not sure if it's just because they aren't comfortable defending, I guess, a hybrid map, even though they just played the 2 halves of the hybrid map.
I think the immediate thing that comes out to me is that they're having slightly less damage output because they're playing Sombra. It's not a bad change. It's just Sombra doesn't have that damage output that someone like a Soldier would have on the other side, right? But instead, we're going to see this Doomfist coming on out. But instead, I don't know if you want to play this.
Justin.
There's well, no, that's Overwatch 1. There's a lot of that damage just going to come on through, and very quickly, right? You're seeing just how fast that Doomfist will fall, and Red Defaro will fall as well. Leomanu getting the first 2 picks here of this game. And we'll see maybe if that Doomfist will stay, and instead it will not. We're seeing the triple swap coming on out from Wojtek. And how will they play this? They know they need to get through this choke point. They need to just survive this damage that's coming on out. Orba Discord plus that Soldier plus the Zenyatta damage is just going to do so much. But this Malga has so much health and so much sustain. How much can they deal with here? Tempest will fall on that Ramatra. The res will be able to land, and they're going to be able to do that damage. Kreese will fall, and only the Tarek of that Mercy will be expended for the side of Leomanu. in trade. Tempest will fall as well. Reaper falling low, but will not fall and go back. But instead, we're seeing this hold now from Iliomanu, something that we saw earlier from Hawaii Tech in a completely different composition. I'm interested to see. This is the first time we've seen Malga, the first time we've seen Baptiste, the first time we've seen Soldier, and the first time we've seen Soldier. A lot of changes coming on out, and it seems like it's working in the side of Iliomanu's favor. Ultimate's also going to get popped and ready for Iliomanu. So they're already ahead in both the ultimate fight and this fight here at the choke point. And CJ will fall just like that to the railgun shot.
I mean, you were talking about it. The sightlines are so easy for the defending side. You talked about Widowmaker, but Sojourn with the right click, that right click headshot is just an immediate kill on the DPS. And now Ultimate's already coming in. They're going to be the ones pushing forward on the defense half, trying to get the DPS out of there, but a little bit too ambitious perhaps, as the Malga is now going to go in. Caged is the rest of Iliomanu as the Malga pushes forward. Kreese trying to buy as much space as possible. Does still have that immortality fuel in the back pocket, but the Death Blossom in the back line completely stifles this engage. A counter one coming out from the side of HTA as DPSs are being traded. CJ Max is going to close it out with a 3K and say, we can do it a little bit better than you.
Yeah, you were talking about it, right, Kame? Just that little bit of an overcommit into that backline, trying to get as much value out of the ultimate as possible. Unfortunately, not able to find anything and getting traded out instead. You're talking about the cage from Kreese, unfortunately not able to hit anything, but keeping them alive is the main part. This contest will come on out from Iliomanu as 2 ultimates to get popped. Both that support ultimates will keep this team alive, but will it be able to find any of these picks? CJ Max is dealing that damage down as needed. Beat will drop there from some Moxie, and this point will continue to go in favor of Hawaii Tech. Someone not needing to pop that ultimate, and that point will go in favor of Hawaii Tech, is able to close it out. Finish off these kills and get on moving to this cart, but they need to be able to get that push through ultimates in favor of Hawaii Tech as they now push this cart into that first bend.
Okay, so I think that was a little bit earlier than when Iliomanu was able to take this card. It's about the same amount of time, but the main difference is that because of that team wipe, they're able to just get past this gate. You don't have to worry about holding it there now. And I mean, now there's a lot more open area. There's the second floors that you're seeing quite a bit of, and there's just more angles for Iliomanu to play from. But that also that could go both ways. There's a double-edged sword with the environment of where you want to go in, and Kame is just dead to the waters with Kreese just pushing forward. Just all the things. It's like Heartsteel Crocs.
I think it's worse. But I mean, we've gone through so many different metas of Malga and Malga.
Yeah.
And now we're back, right? Maybe not a meta, but definitely a pick that's working out for Hawaii Tech. That damage and that, you're talking about it earlier, Death Ball composition is working out for them here. Just able to keep this Malga alive, make that Malga take the space, deal that damage down. Sambo trying to push on through, but instead will fall. Not much at a cost here. That point did cap, so the spawns are much closer. And I don't know if Iliomanu are aware of that. That spawn is right behind them. So they need to be careful. When that Sambo comes back, they're going to be all for naught there. Whoa. But instead, Tempest will be able to find the first pick, and the rest of the picks to continue to fall. Kreese will find one onto that Zenyatta, and the other onto the Soldier. But unfortunately, Iliomanu taking the winning half of that. But again, that second point is already capped. They're spawning behind you, not in front of you anymore, and you need to be aware of that because the rest of this damage will come on through, and Tarek on the Mercy will fall first, and the rest of this Iliomanu team will continue to go down. I just think, I get trying to keep the pressure, but I don't know if I don't know if they knew where the spawns were going to come from.
It's always a tricky thing, I guess, not knowing when the spawns change, even though it's telegraphed. This is kind of interesting. We don't typically see the right side of this area being played too much. We didn't even see it in the first half of this, but that's going to be the hack coming through from the side of the Sombra. Not sure if it's going to do too much, but both sides have very useful ultimates available. That's actually going to be 1 DPS traded already as the Transcendence is going to be procced on the side of Iliomanu. It doesn't keep the Ramatra alive, however. We do have DPS Death Blossoms available for both Reapers. We're going to have to see how this turns out for them, as the cart is slowly being pushed even though it's being contested. A little bit of split coming out from the Leomanu, playing from different angles. Death Blossom was procced actually, but I didn't see too much value from it on the defending side.
I was ready for the Death Blossom CJ to come on out there, but doesn't even have the time to pop it. Instead, 2 kills will fall for the side of Leomanu, but Kreese in that backline will be able to find 2. 1 onto that Zen. Trying to see what they can do to this Ramattra, but unfortunately with that Mercy Pocket may not be able to get the damage that they need to get out here. Lucio and Sigma trying to take on the rest of the Leomanu team, but that Reaper just has too much damage to heal on up. And maybe trying to get this Blossom out. Will they be able to find anything? Get spotted out on that backside. So Moxie will find a pick onto Tarek, so a little less healing there, and it's only Zen, so it's not like they have a lot, but Gemfine doing what they need to do with that damage, making Hawaii Tech rotate backwards one more time. A minute left on the clock there just to get it to that last turn. They need to find as much as they can. That Zenyatta falling also low, but will not be able to get taken out there. And these push through will be able to find, will maybe look for this Death Blossom, but instead will go on back. Beat is ready to go. Will get popped here, keeping this team up and alive. Death Blossom in the back line from CJ will be able to find 3, and the Kreese will be able to find that last one. Team kill gonna go on through, and that's gonna be the map. That's gonna be the game. And Hawaii Tech will take the 3-0 sweep and name them the Fall 2024 champions for Overwatch.
And that man, CJ on the Reaper with the consistent 3Ks and 4Ks. Yes, it's the team setup, of course, but oh my goodness. I fear for the high school that person will go to, because they're going to have like a superstar to kind of maintain. Of course, credit where credit is due. The rest of the team set him up beautifully. Obviously, these ultimates are not possible single-handedly, so congratulations to HTA. And Leomanu, we did see some shining moments for them. This was a 3-0, but it was not the 3-0 that you imagine it to be. It did start off a little bit shaky. They did have a good fight coming into this third map, but unfortunately, their efforts were not enough.
I think they improved a lot, though. Over the course of this series, they learned a lot, and they were able to adapt as they needed to, but unfortunately just not in time, right? They were so close to being able to push us into that map, for no pun intended, because the next map was push. But besides the point, right? They were so close to being able to get us into that next point, but just not, you know, they just lost to CJ. Unfortunately, it looked good, but CJ just played the timing so well, able to get the 3K. The rest of the team, mainly Kreese, but the rest of the team able to finish off those kills and get them the team kill, get them the win. But I mean, we saw so much composition diversity over the course of these maps. Or originally we were like, oh, it's just gonna be, you know, Reaper, Orisa, that was it.
Yep.
But we got to see the diversity over the course. Now Reaper stayed.
We saw like half the roster basically. So
Reaper stayed, but we saw different tanks on both sides. We saw different, you know, healers on both sides. The DPS has changed numerous times. I don't think if you told me yesterday that we were going to see a Torbjorn, I would have said yes. Right. So stuff like that. I think it's nice to know that they have comfort picks and flexibility in their back pockets, even if it's nowhere near meta.
Absolutely. And shout out to Kreese, because he is the one that came up to me and said, please call me Kreese and not whatever you're going to create from those 5 letters. So I guess that confidence does pay off. A little bit of a spoiler, but he told me he also plays for HTA's Valorant team. So he is not done with his time on the camera, but that's going to be for later. We are going to cut it now to the awards, and just a little bit extra. We're going to be off cam for a bit, but we're going to get that ready for you guys, so don't go anywhere. After this, though, Apex Legends.
Stay right here. The winning ticket is 9781473. 9781473. Yeah? Yes. Hey! Hey. Well, hold on. Yeah, and you get a picture, too. All right, we got 2 more rounds. Ready? You're doing such a good job. All right, next we have a Razer Black Shark V2X headset. Yeah, get in there. Okay, all right, find one. All right. And the winning number is 9781415. Sorry, 9781415. 9781415. Raise your hand if you got it. Going once. 9781415. All right, we're going to the next one. All right, just pick one. There you go. Winning ticket is 6501510. 6501510. Come on down. Yay! All right, this is exciting. It's okay if you haven't won yet. That just means the suspense is killing you, but that not means you're going to be waiting for that Corsair. It's going to be good. All right, here we go. Let me see it. Very good. Congratulations. Stay right here. Nice work. All right. And the last giveaway for this second round is a Corsair mechanical keyboard. All right. The winning ticket, 9781410. 9781411. Sorry, I can't even speak. 9781411. 9781411. Anybody? All right, we're going to the next one. A lot of 978s. All right. Winning ticket for the mechanical keyboard, 6501480. 6501480. Yay! Let me see it. All right, nice job. Can you just stay right there? No, stay. No. Take a photo. Congrats. All right, hold on. That was really great. Hold on. We're going to take a photo. Hold on. Alec, can we take a photo? Take a photo of Scarlett and me. Okay, ready? Thank you. Thank you, Scarlett. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, thank you, everyone. All right, our next and final raffle round will be around 4:30. We will be giving away a Corsair gaming chair, a SteelSeries headset, and a Nintendo Switch console. Stick around. Thank you.
All right, and just a reminder, Apex coming up next on the main stage. And if you guys are curious why the crowd is joining up on the other side, Rocket League Finals playing on that side pit area as well. So keep an eye out for those results. We'll be back shortly. All right, welcome back. We are here not with Overwatch, not with League, but with Apex Legends. So, different Legends thing, but we're here. Apex Legends semifinals. So we'll be playing this one out, and the winner of this will go up against Copley Middle School.
Yep, the Apex Warriors. Yep.
We got to figure out which HTA team is moving on.
We've had so many Civil Wars just today alone. We had the battle.
You can blame Evan Mackay for half of them.
Yeah. I mean, Evan Mackay is always for the League of Legends, but we have the Hawaii Tech Academy, the Alliance on the right side, with the Predators on the left. I'm excited to see what happens for this one. Of course, we do know it's going to be Skull Town for this, and we've seen Skull Town before in previous finals, especially with some of the. You got the high ground, but you also have the low ground inside of several of the buildings. And we've seen things like the Caustic come out. One of the big ones you see is the Bangalore, of course, with the smokes, along with the Bloodhounds to scout out where they are. So I want to see what they're going to be playing for this one.
I mean, a lot of our times, right, I think of it the same way when we look at Overwatch, the same way when you look at League. There's metas, right? You're going to always have your meta compositions. I know in the BR side of Apex, there's the world of crypto, which is a very heavy meta, right?
Yes.
But two things to keep in mind. We are playing TDM, so Team Deathmatch.
3 versus 3.
And this is middle school.
Yes.
So not always is it going to be the most meta choices. And I guess a third thing is not everyone's always going to be unlocked, right? You have to keep in mind that some of these accounts are going to be the HPU accounts. And again, thank you very much for HPU to lending their space, lending their computers, lending their accounts in that sense as well. But trying to just get as much as they can for that. But now, we're prepping, just seeing how far we can get with the comps. I think, you're talking about the Bangalore. That's been a common pick for a long time now. And it's not like it hasn't been nerfed, it hasn't been buffed. It's stayed in the meta through everything. And I think it's just because it's such a reliable character. It's very, in the end, it's so useful.
Yeah. No
matter what composition you decide to run, with the amount of smokes that people recently have been running, Bloodhound has become more and more useful. There's a lot. You can talk about this forever, right? Of the different compositions and different reasons why they're good.
It's about the aim and the gun skills at the end of the day for the most part.
But it's also how you aggress. We've learned this the hard way, unfortunately, where some of our games take way too long because they have the advantage. And so they know they can play back. But I think it's how good are we in, if you're looking at how they would look at themselves in the match, it's how good are we in choosing our engagements and then choosing when to back out of those engagements. And that's what makes or breaks the team. So best of 3 ahead of us, looking to see if, we can hopefully get this underway. We've slotted, I think, half an hour for each of these matches. So trying our best to get us in, get us loaded in and prep to go. We are loading in, as you said, into Skull Town. So hoping we are going to see some good matches. We've known Skull Town from our long time ago, back to like season 1 maps, right? Always held out. But yeah, having some
small tech issues, what it looks like. So we'll see if we are going into game just yet, or if they're playing it out. Looks like we are going into game. Yeah. So as you see right here, we do have HCA Alliance versus HCA Predators here. Yeah, and I'll just point out as well for some of the teams. Right now you see HP Esports 2. That is going to be Tiger Shark 12, while Esports 1 will be Liam P for the Alliance side. While on the Predator side, of course, HPU Esports 3 will be DKXKTXZ. I'm just calling DXK. As right now, look to see what they can do for the first blood moment, though. In a building, well, let's see some of the picks. So we do see the Pathfinder, Bloodhound, the Valk as well for Team Alliance going in, though. See what happens. But 2 already will fall. Tiger Shark 12 will be going down. But it'll be 1-for-1 trade, though, as Mini Roots also gets that kill. DXK does fall. But no, let's see how to play it out, though. Playing the long game, trying to see who makes the first mistake. So one team has the high ground, one team has the low ground is what it looks like here. And now looks like might have some tech issues here as we see what happens. Any updates, Colton?
We are seeming to have, I think, a few different audio issues. So you guys, I'm sure, can tell we don't have game audio. That's not, we are well aware of that. And obviously, your streams aren't muted. You can hear us. So we are currently working through the different problems that it could be. And I know that a couple of the teams might be having similar issues as well. So we're looking into it, seeing what we can do. Luckily, catching it very early on in the game. I think that's definitely good that we were able to do so. But gonna see if we can try to get this game paused on out and try to see if we can fix some of these issues. Like I said, lucky we caught it very early on in these, in the issues. So not like we progressed. There was 2 kills on each side, right? We're not that far into the game, so resetting the game isn't gonna hurt anyone. So we'll see what we can do with that, but try to get through some of those audio issues. I mean, we're going through so many games, so many different players. It's bound to happen. It's LAN, right? It wouldn't be a LAN without some technical issues. So we'll go through some of these, things. We got to see a little bit of a sneak peek into kind of at least the comps that they favor, and I think very interesting. But it makes sense.
Some that caught me off guard, but it makes sense, especially with the Rocket Barrage coming out, so it'll get some at least small damage overall, and of course the Bloodhound we mentioned, especially with the map like Skulltown, you have the high ground and the low ground, especially all the bodies can hide inside of it. So I do like that Bloodhound pick, and of course Pathfinder, enough said. You have ropes everywhere.
Pathfinder is just a nice engage and disengage type of unit, right? It's pretty straightforward in the sense that you can grapple in and or grapple out of situations, and it allows for so much flexibility in gameplay, right? If your team wants to play in, you can play in with them even if you're running a little bit behind. Same thing is if you're out of, you step out of your way and you get caught out, you have a little bit more of an escape key than a lot of other legends that are on, that are playing. I was going to say in the map, but it's only 6 players. But I think, right, we kind of got to see at least a sneak peek as to what they want to do, what they want to play, right? There were some shotguns being pulled out. There were some ARs being pulled out. So it's not like we're...
Saw the Eva,
So very, very standard for the most part. You're talking about the Valk. I think it's interesting, right? You get a lot more high ground. It's Skulltown. You're talking about it, right? There's so much high ground that you can play in, both in buildings and out. And I think that priority with the Valk allows for a little bit more verticality in how you choose to play, especially if you're just trying to get out of dodge in certain scenarios. Skulltown is, as much as it's vertical, when you peek a corner, you're rarely peeking vertically because there's not a lot of like stacked areas to peek in the sense of someone can be a floor above you. Normally they're a building above you.
Yep.
So there's a balance to it.
Yeah, especially like we've seen like the past finals where like you see the high grounds where they always play around and you use that low ground to try to get a flank opportunity if possible. But with the picks, of course, like we mentioned, like the Bloodhound, makes it a lot harder to try to get that flank positioning to try and see if you can get a sneak attack on the opposing team. So you do want to see how the Predators play around that Bloodhound pick. You can get a quick pick on top of them, or if you're able to just find that very minuscule blind side, if you will. And yeah, it seems like I do believe we're going to be restarting that map, which makes sense with all the audio issues happening for both teams. Trying to have like the equal playing ground, if you will, in the semifinals. And like we mentioned, the grand finals will be Copley Middle School waiting for them. And if you're Copley Middle School, you're already watching to see, who will play against them and who will, be against them.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing to kind of look at is you know who your opponent is going to be, and vice versa, right, Copley? You get to stare at this game and basically know exactly what you're playing up against today, right? You can look at how HTA feels, right, whether it be the Predator team or the Alliance team. Very interesting how they chose those names, because I can assume how they got Predator, because Apex Predator.
Alliance. I'm trying to figure out.
Alliance isn't exactly a part of the game. I mean, you're a part of a team.
Maybe,
so
sure. Potentially.
Maybe they play more like a team. Who knows? We'll get to find out. But I think in the game itself, I'm interested to see how they play, back to that naming convention as a team for both sides. Do they want to play more split, and do they want to try to take more separate gunfights or try to find off angles? Or do they kind of do what we saw in Overwatch, and they just deathball in the middle of everything.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely I agree with you. Like we saw sort of the death balls. I mean, we saw complete domination in the League of Legends. The death ball as well coming out from in Overwatch as well for HTA. And now with HTA versus HTA, it's another Civil War where they know how each other plays. So I want to see how that will play out for them. But yeah, we'll see how this comes for them as we're still loading into the new game. You know, still same two teams, of course. Like we mentioned, Alliance versus the Predators, and I'm not sure exactly how the regular season played out for them, but you know they must have been close in the standings if anything. So and since they also, like we mentioned, they scrim a lot against it, a lot of in-houses. It'll be a lot of like knowing each other's strategies already. So you might try to bring out something new out of the box, or just like you mentioned, deathball.
Who knows? I think it'll be interesting. The overall play of the game, I think, is changed heavily by just how you're coached.
Yeah.
Right? So, same team, possibly the same coach. It's like half-half. I'm interested, right, to see how everything folds for them, and maybe to see if there's any changes in what we saw in the first kill or so. I know after that, everyone was like, we had kind of confirmed the audio issues, so not too many pushes on that end. Interested to see how they decide to, force some of those fights if they need to get the advantages, etc. Try their best, but still trying to work through some of the last-minute issues, get things solved in this last part, and then we should be good to go as we are stinging on in. So ready to go into this game and prep, hopefully, to see if we're going to get a little farther than kill number 1.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, though. They do see the timer, 30 minutes to get the most kills in this game. Who of the H2 HTA teams will make it out into the grand finals? Right now, we do see the team 1 going in. On team 2, we do see the Bangalore, Loba, and the Bloodhound. I do like the Bangalore pick, especially with, of course, with the smokes, making sure they can stay hidden. If they are finding like the digi threats to, be able to see through the smoke, be really useful. And of course, the Loba. I love Loba, especially with their ultimate, if you're able to like sneak getting stuff. But it's not battle royale. This is just TDM. And of course, you do have the Q ability to make sure that you're able to like throw and get through tight spaces. As like I said, they are fighting it out despite the audio issues. The first blood will go over to Team Team Predators. Skate Grom 808 will get that one, but Mini Roots will follow to Shadow Mohawk. 3. Well, they keep on going, and almost a 1-for-1 trade there, but with the teammate barely able to survive, though. Like we mentioned, for the Esports 2 is Tiger Shark 12, Esports 1 is Liam, and 3 is going to be DXK. As right now, Skate Grom looking to get a kill on Tiger Shark, and Tiger Shark will fall 1-for-1, though, as DXK did fall. Predators up in the kills, 4-2, getting the high ground, the elevation really for themselves. Like you mentioned, Loba has the ultimate, but with a map like Skulltown, and of course it is going to be that team deathmatch, not able to do much, unfortunately. A lot of walking around as looks like Colton taking a step away, as I will be getting Henry. How you doing, Henry? Welcome to the broadcast.
I didn't want to say it because you brought it up earlier, but this headset does feel a lot roomier after Colton wears it.
I see he has a big head.
So we're going to send it back to us a little bit. There's kind of an issue going on with one of the devices. Apex has a very weird thing. First off, we can't pause the game, like from the spectator end.
That's weird. You think
we Googled it, and it's kind of like how League has the tournament draft thing.
Oh, we need the actual
we need the tournament draft thing.
Well, unfortunately,
we don't got that because we're kind
yeah.
of just running custom games.
Yeah.
We do have technical issues in terms of being able for one team to communicate with each other,
Yes.
but also hear the game. Obviously, we can't just have them take their headsets off.
Yeah, because they can hear
they're-
us and everything. Yeah, and the comms get a little weird. Can't hear anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, as we saw the compositions though, it was going to be a Bangalore, Loba, and Bloodhound for Team 2. For
I did see a
Team
Pathfinder.
Predators. Yeah, Pathfinder, Valkyrie, and
Also a
Bloodhound
Bloodhound.
for Team Alliance. So like we mentioned, the Bloodhound coming very useful for these like the high ground and low ground maps like Skulltown. So able to see where positioning is, if there's any weird flanks happening, as well as see like where they ran off to. You can follow them where they're sent.
And both of them are smoke-based characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
kind of just block off, what's it called, line of sights, and kind of get away.
No,
I believe
Bloodhound
no.
doesn't have that.
Oh,
ability set.
Bloodhound's the center. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
Bloodhound's the
yes.
one that's able to like smell. Bangalore though on Team
That's the
Predators,
one.
that's the one that has the smoke.
Yes.
And able to when she gets shot at, she's able to run faster and slide faster as well. So that's why I do like that pick. Along with the Loba's a fishy one, you do have the get out of jail free card with your ability, but your ultimate is not really as useful in team deathmatch unless there's a care package falling down. You can use that to steal the higher priority weapons that do come down with that care package.
Okay. So my experience with Apex so far is just I play trios, but not these types of trios. I play the big 60
yeah,
people
yeah.
trios, and
too,
also play a class that doesn't get used in TDMs,
Which one?
which is the support utility loot class.
Sometimes you see get played. Like you do see like.
I'm a lifeline main.
Yeah, you actually no. We saw a lifeline.
That is true
in
actually.
This past
The
semifinals in
healer
spring,
bot is very useful,
especially with the care package. So if in the future, because it's best of 3, if lifeline does get picked, you are able to use that care package as sort of a secondary, like a wall for you, so you can use that to like block the gunshots from the opposing. We've seen that as a strategy before, I believe, from the high school portion last semester. Of course, our head producers team, Marlowe High School, they were able to utilize that care package to their advantage to make sure they can, sort of like jiggle peek it, if you will.
Interesting. Okay. So there's use for it, is what you're telling me.
Yes, especially
I can be
in
relevant.
open maps like this, especially if you're on the high ground for Skulltown, or even I believe our other maps. I
was gonna say, because I'm not too big in the Apex, but
Yes.
we've seen. I mean, tac shooters. I'm not gonna say they're all universally the same, but there are fundamentals that
Yes.
spread across every game. This game,
You
the
can-
map, especially Skulltown,
Yes.
it looks very open. Aside from some of the mountainous terrain,
Yes.
aside from some of the
Yeah,
buildings,
it's open on the
but-
high ground, but low ground it's definitely a lot more tight with the corridors, along with the
Yeah.
insides of the buildings. You're able to go inside there. You do have like the skyscrapers on the north side, while the south side you have those like shaggy buildings, like very
We've-
fall apart and everything.
We've already seen, I mean, granted, but we've already
Yeah.
seen most of the scrimmage actually happens inside. A lot of scrimmage doesn't really happen outside, and
Yeah.
it's kind of weird because
It's-
you would
yeah.
think in a wide open map where not every building is super close to each other, that eventually you do have to traverse from place to place.
Yeah.
You might think of it as a better opportunity to kind of just like set up a sniper's nest.
Yeah, actually, we
sometimes.
did sort of see that before we did come back to Catcher Camp. You did see, I believe it was Alliance going on top of the bone structures above the building to try and get the high ground there to
Yeah.
use that to your advantage. So that is an opportunity. But yeah, most part, especially for the middle school portion, I've seen a lot more indoors,
Yep.
low ground fights.
Close
While for the
fights.
high school portion, we see a lot more tactical, a lot more like high ground, using the cover to your advantage as well. But yeah, well, as we try to fix the issues, though, we will be going to a short break. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back here at the Vanta Hawaii Esports League Fall Finals weekend. We'll be right back. All right, buddy, welcome back to the stream. Looks like everything hopefully got resolved here as we see the teams finally loading up. Team 1, of course, is HTA Alliance. Team 2 will be the HTA Predators. I believe I hear in-game audio, so we'll see how this plays out. There it is. We see skulls down to the skies above. A little bit loud, but here we go. Finally into the town. We do see on the north side, this is where the Predators will be. On the south is where Alliance will be as well. 30 minutes on the clock. Let's see how they play. Like we saw in the last couple of, before we had all those hiccups, we did see a lot of these like in-close fighting happening for these two squads here. Trying to scout and see where the enemy teams are. Like we mentioned, Bloodhound will be using his sonar. I don't believe they found anything just yet, though, for this team. And now, as the high ground looks, and we mentioned it. I mentioned it to Henry before. You want to try to get this high ground situation procced, as you do see the first care package falling down. Minute on the clock gone. No action just yet. Oh, there it is.
So a slight difference from what we had. I'll wait. As it seems like we're gonna get the first kill there, taken out. Yeah, the triple take on that backside, just trying to land the shot, but unfortunately not able to land enough just yet. So the first kill going on over to the Predators team, trying to just get out of dodge there, just in time. But I was gonna mention the thing that we didn't see last time we were watching this game.
Yeah.
Timer is finally on screen.
Yeah, it took us a bit to figure that out as the high ground Pathfinder still zooming down on top of them with the triple take, or not, sorry, R301 there as going in. Oh, he had the Eva, he had the right thought. It didn't work out though, as Shadow Mohawk does get mini roots there, as Skate does get Tiger Shark 12 there.
Yeah, just trying to get on through, and Skate is landing a lot of these kills out so well and just playing really well as a team, but a lot of those final blows going over to Skate and continuing to just get those bullets down, unfortunately. But for his teammate will fall in mini roots, but you know,
Wonderful
HPU on HPU violence, even though it's, you know,
yeah,
HTA versus HTA violence, but really,
yeah, so Esports 2, of course, as a reminder, is Tiger Shark 12, number 1 is Liam P, and 3 is DXK. As right now, Liam P did fall to Skate Grom. Skate Grom, you know, did a really good job for the squad, though. Right now, Predators up by 1, but the high ground advantage is going to the Alliance right now, getting on top of Skate. Skate's getting very low, but barely making it out, but he is being hunted by the rest of the squad, though. They're going in, but Mini, some nice shots there. And looks like DXK will fall. Mini's still inside by himself. Will get 1, and oh, he gets 2. All right. And that is a wipe for the Predators.
Just so everyone on you know, watching, or whether you're in the arena or you're watching at home, just so you guys are aware. So HPU Esports 2 is Tiger Shark. HPU Esports 1 is Liam. And 3 is DXK. So there's going to be a little bit of confusion in the sense that we know the names, but you guys may not.
We might say 3 or 1 at some point, or just Esport, HPU 1, HPU 3, etc. But it is what it is, though. So just keep that in mind.
Just making sure we have that context prior to, you know, it's not HPU players nor, you know, accounts actually playing. It's accounts that are being bar needed, but
nice crack.
Shield gonna be broken there. Fortunately, no kill to be followed up just yet. We're seeing it's 8-5, so you're gonna start to see a little bit of that passive gameplay coming on through, right? You want to pick your fights a little bit differently than maybe on normal. HPU Esports 3 will fall there to Shadow Mohawk. And a little bit of this depth play, but trying to lay out the bullets, but what a shot.
He got both with that. Shadow Mohawk just collided with that. That's all right with the rampage. You know, right now he is on a rampage, I believe. Damn, that was crazy. So lessen the gap just a bit by 1. As now Mini Reach trying to figure out where they are. They do see Shadow Mohawk, though, getting lit up. Will fall to Skate. Skate's the one on Team Predators that has been popping off. As Tiger Shark is crazy with this triple take, getting shot after shot, though. As there it is. Another one. He almost fell, but hey, Tiger Shark is what it is.
Yeah, able to land those shots and crucially keep this gap at 1. So trying to make sure that this game stays relatively close, and Predators are trying to take it out of their hands, trying to put a lead up, but just unfortunately not able to get there. Bangalore, Vinny Roots just trying to get out of dodge, laying down that smoke, and HU Esports 1 trying to get these shots out, but that smoke in the middle just perfectly getting them out of the predicament, and Liam will fall there to DXK. Will they be able to find another one instead? Skate will finish off that kill and give them 3-2 kills now in the advantage. But wow, these shots from Tiger Shark are landing.
So deadly. I need to see what his current kill count is at the moment when possible, but just because he's been getting so much at 6 kills already.
Skate is on 8, by the way.
Yeah, like I mean, that's what we see a lot, especially for Apex TDM. It's always one stand-up player that's been like either going in initiating all the time, getting all these kills, or you see someone like Tiger Shark who is on that high ground. No one's able to get close enough to him because he just takes them down immediately. Right now, there's gonna be Mini Roots with another in-your-face kill. Right behind Skate. This the Mini Roots, the one that's always been going in all the time. As Skate about to get shot, but the reload. That happens, man. We have all been there.
How do I put this, Skate? You gotta look up, homie. It's a Valkyrie. They flew away. But, you know, just trying to make it through. 2-kill gap here as we get past the first 7 minutes of the game. So, definitely looking like we aren't going to be timing out, and hopefully we will not be timing out, both for the sake of our schedule and also just for the sake of, I think that, you know, I think the Apex has the potential to be such a good game, especially in TDM, to watch, but it's just how much action do you really have on screen. And so far, they're giving us the action. It's 1 kill difference, and you know we obviously see the 2 people that are leading the the scoreboard. But even without them, it's doing perfectly fine. And I think that each team is laying down that damage first, right? It's not. Unfortunately, Apex doesn't exactly give you elimination credit if you aren't the one to actually eliminate them and hit the final blow, but does matter, and we were talking about this in the beginning. Skulltown being a very vertical heavy map, just barely trying to get them through, and they know exactly where they are, so that fight will be taken out. Skate gonna be taken down low on those shields, but not cracked. Shadow will fall back, trying to just get away, a sliver of health, but will continue to stay alive. Bangalore gonna be used here by the side of the Predators, trying their best to get something out, and will be able to find the kill. Is going to be Mini Roots, so now giving them their 2-kill lead. They will get lasered out, and oh my gosh, the bow is landing. Skate at nearly a quarter HP and shield, and will get healed back up. Thank you, Bloodhound. There's someone that traveled through here recently. I appreciate that, but I think there's a lot of traveling through here by a single team. And hoping to just land some shots. The shotgun battle will be won out by Mini Roots and giving them yet another kill in the lead. Oh, this is an awkward.
We just see a fistful of his hands. As nice spray coming out from Skate. Does get some minor damage with the bow check, trying to see if he can crack him more. See that you do see the shield did get damaged. Crack there. One more should do it, as he does get Skate. This is the sniper coming up from HTA. Tiger Shark, you know, blood in the water right now. Doing such good work with these ranged weapons, as now we see the Bangalore in the smoke. As we mentioned, Bangalore is such a good character here for this map, because you can either use it for yourself to hide and cover, or you can do it as you're getting shot down to make sure they don't have vision of you anymore. So they have to get into a different positioning for yourself. As this is Mini Roots trying to dash away on top of Shadow. Shadow will get sprayed down. Oh yeah, it was on both sides, Mini and Skate there.
Tiger Shark is being a menace, by the way. Not playing anywhere near where this fight is, but just taking shields off every single time. And able to land so many of these arrows and get so much damage down. It normally would start an engage so quickly, but they're just trying to play life. They're just trying to stay alive here.
Oh,
Shadow
my
landing
God.
Another one. Just, it feels like they just never know where Shadow is. Able to land so many, or not Shadow, Tiger. Is just able to land so many bullets so easily, but instead kills now tied as they continue to go.
If he got a headshot there, I would have screamed. I saw the vision. I saw the vision there. I was trying to scout out, see where the opponents are. And it's crazy too, because Tiger's on a character like Bloodhound, who you want to get in their faces a lot, try to scout out and hunt them down. They're playing at so far range, and they need to see where they are with their abilities. As right now, I do believe that was the ultimate by DXK there, if I'm not mistaken, trying to spot out where they are. Let's see. Shadow may be in trouble here, though. Looking right. Oh, but instead, it will be a nice kill coming out from Liam, though. Getting some damage down, getting cracked by the Valkyrie missiles. Mini's the last one, having to run away. One more bow check will do it. And, right now, Tigers, Katniss, Everdeen. We're watching the Hunger Games happening live.
We really are. I mean, these arrows are landing, but also to keep in mind that they're playing so well up on this high ground, able to keep so much pressure. That fight going to go to them here on the rooftop. Will they be able to find anything? They've finally taken that lead. Is going to be the Alliance side, but slowly coming back. Predators are trying to make this game even. What will they be able to do? Skate able to take down yet another person. That was a 3K up on that top Kraber in that care package. So now looking to challenge the sniper of Tiger Shark, hoping that maybe they can find something. Kraber in hand. Will they be able to look for something? I think that was the hope here, but Bocek and Longbow, so we'll still be sticking to that long range, but getting a little bit more beefed out behind some boxes. Not able to get behind that cover just in time, and Tiger Shark getting lasers out and trying to get something out, but will instead fall to that Volt. So continuing on the pressure, that flank going to come on through, but Mini Roots will be able to find that second player. And now putting them back into the lead, 20-22 here as we reach that halfway point in the game. And now, again, it's back to that high ground, right? Skulltown is so dependent on just high ground pressure, making sure that you have so much of that dominance, and it's showing.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw with some of the weapons that Shadow was using, it's a very large charge-up time to shoot that gun. So that's why it was a good flank from them, but it wasn't able to charge up enough to get that ramp up to do some damage. As we do see the longbow coming in on top of Skate. There's so much damage coming down there. Forced to use his shield bat to try and charge up more with Shadow on the hundo from up top. Doesn't tag them up just yet, but there is more damage to Rampage. We talked, see how they can play it out here from the high ground. Instead, nothing just yet. Everyone getting tagged just a little bit. Triple take in hand for Tiger Shark. Trying to see what he gets caught out. Mini Roots not getting caught out just yet. Nice smoke, though, to make sure they don't get shot up anymore, though. So slowing down the pace just a bit. Predators know they are in the lead, but that can like transition very fast, very strongly, as well as Skate gets one kill, but will fall back down to Liam.
Yeah, trading out some kills here and there. That seems to be the theme of how all Apex seems to
Oh, the reload.
It's just a constant trade of blows, but unfortunately right now for Alliance, Predators have continued to stay ahead with Skate taking them there as the lead slayer of their team, but continuing to push on through, stick as a team, try to play for picks, if not, try to play for that refrag, and you already see Tiger Shark up on the top of the bones there, trying to find their prey, see what they're able to land, and try to get something near. Unfortunately, I don't think that car is going to do so well at that distance, and those shots are landing for you. But again, we were talking about, right, that triple take in that backside, trying to just perfectly find some space there. They would almost break the shield, but unfortunately they know where Tiger is, so not going to be able to land a whole lot of shots from this location, but gives so much space for his team to be able to find more kills, find that space to push on through. Mini Roots falling so low, but both will not find any death screen, and unfortunately, I hate to break it to you, that is probably the only time you're going to get that chance to take that elimination. But as the rest of this team tries to push on through again, 16 minutes on the clock, 15 more kills for the Predators.
Yeah, especially with the recoil coming out from the car, like especially if you're not aiming down enough, you're not able to land a shot prevalently. As Skate does get cracked again. This, the sniper in the hands of Tiger Shark is so crazy to see, so crucial for them. I did see Shadow try to get the high ground as well. I don't believe I saw any sniper or long-range weapons in their pocket. So if anything, just trying to get some positioning there. Does have the ultimate available if they do want to transition with that ultimate. Go in as, here come, okay, just the whole squad coming up here. Oh, well,
Trying to.
Liam's trying. You know,
The most mobile one of their team, by the way.
you have your ultimate. You can use that if you want to get up there, but you're also helping out the enemy team if you do decide to use that zip line. Roots Oh, but Roots and DXK might be in trouble. Actually, it's the whole squad over there. We'll see how they play it out here. Will spot out. Nice tag coming out from Tiger Shark, though. Make sure to get rid of all that armor, but so will Liam. Getting lower and lower. Skate is there. Skate almost falling, but not enough damage just yet. Bear gets tagged by the triple tick right at the end there. That's crazy. This guy's great sniper.
I mean, yeah, but it's also one of those where no one is really able to push Tiger Shark, and so it's you know, it's uncontested space, uncontested bullets.
Yeah, it's just Liam and Shadow going in as Tiger trying to get some crucial picks if possible. Oh, but all right, well, shield bat as Tiger Shark does damage. Nice.
Oh, man, you have your cover. You also have your initiating blow, all in one. Trying to open up the space, though, is going to be the Alliance team. Closing that gap a little bit more. Bangalore going to go out, try to find that little bit of extra damage. Maybe try to just zone them off of some of that high ground positioning, but unfortunately nothing to be found. Now, 14 minutes on the clock, 14 kills remaining for the side of the Predators, just trying to find any one of those picks for themselves. But unsure of where maybe they want to go with this. I mean, we've seen, you know, just how much each of them want to push forward, but every time they have a hard we're playing Mozambique from the range, and it's working. And
Sniper Reaper from Overwatch is the wrong game, man. But I'm not sure if you saw, but that was a Bochik in the hands of Skate as well. So we might see a sniper battle come out from both Skate and Tiger Shark, two of the high carries for their squads, as it looks like, oh, that was just a Prowler straight to the head from Tiger there on top of DXK, as Mini Roots will slay him down as well. I believe that was a Bolt in their hands. And yeah, some nice one-for-one trades. This gap hasn't lessened at all, really, for these two squads. It's been at least like 1 to 2 kills in between each other, back and forth, with how they play.
Yeah, we had some moments of glory, I think, for the side of the Predators, just barely stepping ahead, but every time they do it, comes right back down to the ground of just about 1 or 2 being the split, and just like that, another one is found dead on the top of the rooftops, and 1 kill will be the difference here as we are approaching that 30 kill check mark for these teams. Gonna push on forward. It's gonna be Shadow taking the one-on-one, but unfortunately the Mozambiques do not win that gunfight and will give another point over to the Predators. Now we're closing in again on that 30, last 10. You know, it's really the definition of, do you want to play slow or do you want to play fast? Try to get them out. When you're in the lead, it's easier to play fast because you have some kills to give up. But continuing to play on these bones. He said, if we can't beat you at the rooftop game, we'll beat you even higher. And that's going to be out on the bones there. But these shots again and again landing for Tiger Shark. And
his HP is so
continuing
low
to push on through, and no fear, peaking, like you said, with nearly 0 HP. And this is now tied with 11 apiece to go.
11 apiece to go, 12 minutes remaining. Oh, looks like Liam barely surviving with help from Shadow. Double Mozambique in hand, trying to get Skate. Skate will fall. And oh my god. Yeah, well, both of them. Daniel was like, okay, we lived that, but instead here will be coming 1, but not enough. Aim for 1, and there was a 2 versus 1 exchange there, but here comes more. There comes Mini. Looks like 1 will fall. Mini gets 1, and the other, it's still there. Shadow still alive. Shadow still hunting. But can Shadow survive here with the Valkyrie, able to get away, fly away? The small damage there, but Tiger is here with a close range triple take. Oh!
Continuing to take it on as well. Still on this bone structure, just trying to hold on through. That Bloodhound scan will find exactly where that last player is going to be. And now 5 kills remaining for the side of HTA Alliance, just trying to take the lead here in this best of 3. Looking for where they could possibly be. They are spotted out, 2 of them. But will they be able to find that last one and land these last few kills before the Predators can make a comeback here? Trying in their next 10 minutes to see what they can do. Now 10 minutes remaining. About 15 kills left in total on the board. 5 for the Alliance and 10 for the Predators here. seeing where they can go, and that timer will be oh so daunting. How much can you play into your strengths? They're going to push on up and find the kill will be Mini, and that's going to be one for the side of the Predators, making this a now 4-point split as they try to close this game out. Who is going to make the first move? Who's going to try and make that match to be able to take this map?
Yeah, it's a battle of who blinks first, who makes the first mistake. As right now, triple take in hand of Skate, cracking the shields of one member, almost two members. Shadow barely having enough just yet. Sniper battle, it's going to be Tiger Shark versus Skate. Which of these HTA snipers will get the advantage here? Skate does get a little bit cracked, losing a little bit of HP though. It's a battle of the Hawaiian snipers here. As right now, Shadow does get gunned down by Mini Roots there. So from 4 to 3 is the elimination differential now. More and more, but looks like more will fall here. Liam falls, but so does Skate. 1-for-1 exchange there.
Yeah, 1-for-1, 4 kills on the board remaining. Just trying to find these last few shots is going to be Tiger Shark. Will not be able to find the final blow there, but able to drop those shields off and just wanting to push on through. These last two holding behind.
Be careful,
rocks.
someone's on
The
the
one
right.
is on the right, trying to get away is going to be Shadow, barely making it out of dodge. Using that Valkyrie ability, but you know once in this corner, will you be able to land the kill? You will, and that's going to be now 3 kills away. Just a few more shots to land.
Few more kills indeed, and you could tell both teams know that it's either of these squads is potentially can win this, especially with how they're playing. But you have to be very careful about Tiger Shark. You have to rush them together if you want to try to get a kill there. But they're getting so much lower. You see Mini getting cracked by the triple take on the flank though. Skate will not fall, but Tiger does get Mini. And here comes the Boogeyman. As right now, sniped down one. 1 kill remains from the high ground. Double Mozambique. Will this be it? Looking to get the kill. And the final kill will not be here just yet. 4 kill differential, Colton. Is this it?
Yeah, make that 3, but they know exactly who the weak one is on the team.
Skate.
Just trying to play the ring around the rosy. Will they be able to get out?
The reload!
Just the reload will be able to take it down. 2 kills, split the difference, but 1 more remaining for the side of the Alliance. Ults are going to start dropping. You know that they're so low, and you know they're so slow. 2 more kills, though, still split. Looking to try to close this game out in the last 7 minutes. We know we're going to hit that kill cap, but who's going to hit it first? But shots landing for Mini Roots. Will they be able to find that finished off kill on the Shadow? Just falling so low. Teammate will try to help and find that kill. And now the split is 1. That drone is going to go on through. The health bar falling for everyone on the side of the Predators. Just trying to stay alive as long as possible. The raining shots coming down.
No way.
But will they be able to close it out? Alliance just need that one. They've needed that one for just that little while. But no one able to find the final shot. 2 players on the side of the Predators with no shields remaining. Shadow falling so low, only at 1 HP. Will they be able to land another bullet? I'm unsure. But 1 kill on either side. Who is going to be able to land these shots? There's no shields available for the side. And they're not going to be able to do it. The comeback not able to be made. So close.
And who else but Tiger Shark 12 to get a final kill to put Alliance in that lead there. What a crazy finish. And oh my god, you can tell both teams are just out of breath though. 49 to 50, that final kill count in the first game of this best of 3 semifinals, mind you.
Yeah, still a lot more ahead of this series, but I mean, it just proves, right, how close this game is and how, we were talking about this is a, inter-school rivalry, and already we're seeing they know each other so well. They know how to play around each other, right? Yeah. Yes, Tiger Shark was landing those shots, but you have to keep in mind that Skate was landing as many shots as well, and especially in that early part of the game. So just trying to hold on through as long as possible, and unfortunately that comeback just so close, but,
Close but no cigar, as they say.
Yeah, just one kill off, unfortunately, and I think that, it's rough to think that you had the lead the entire time throughout that series, and then just suddenly it kind of fell off. You lost it and couldn't continue to make it through, and now
almost a comeback there. That
it
was
was
great.
almost a comeback. That would have been one of the greatest comebacks we've seen, at least in Apex history.
I think
in
even
here.
like in Vanta in general, we've seen a lot of like these one-sided games. I think closest thing we see is like when Rocket League goes to that full 7 games, which we've seen a couple times here.
I mean, yeah, Rocket League I think is easy though. It's a reset, right? But there's
Yeah.
no such thing as really resetting in Apex. It's such a long,
Yeah.
drawn-out fight for TDM, and you're never really gonna quote unquote reset in the same way that Rocket League would, right? Because Rocket League gets to go, okay, we're done playing the game. Let's give it
Yeah.
like a minute. Let's reset. Let's figure out our strategy. They're constantly playing the game, whether or not they get to take that 1 minute break or they're fighting, right? They're constantly having to be aware of, the sounds, the people that are around them. They have to be aware of what they're doing, where their teammates are, where are the opponents, or how can we best take advantage. And so they don't stop thinking. And in that scenario, you're constantly going on through. We had about 3 minutes left in the clock, so that's 20 straight minutes of gameplay, right, to lose by 1 singular point.
Yeah. But, man, I just love the constant rotation from both teams. As you saw, at some point you did see them on top, especially Tiger Shark, on top of the bone structure, then going towards the center of the map, using the high ground, and then going low ground, as you saw, the opposing team, Team Predators, go on that bone structure as well. So about a consistent rotation to see who can get the better of who. And as we saw, it is anyone's game or anyone's series of how these two teams are playing against each other. And if you're Copley Middle School, the Warriors, you're taking notes right now of both teams' play styles.
Height seems to be the favorite side, right, for everyone. And no matter who you are or what you're playing, it's you're trying to play for height. You're trying to be as, high up and as happy as you can be up on that high ground, just trying to survive as long as you can. Because you look at Tiger Shark and how much they were able to do from the high ground. You look at Skate and how much they were able to play from the roofs, right? Basically, Alliance couldn't win the roof, so they took it to the bones. I don't know how that looks, but unfortunately for them, that map won't be in there the next time around, so we're going to have to rotate on to something else and see where they want to go, how they want to fight this. I mean, there's a lot of maps on this list.
There's
it's
a
not
lot
like
of maps.
It's not like it's only a handful, but nonetheless, still, still got to try and play for whatever that high ground is, or play more aggressive, play more in their face.
Yeah, because we've seen a lot of maps where, like we see the Fractured map, where that one has a lot of buildings as well. You can use to your advantage, along with the streets. A lot of times you see people try to rotate there, and you get sniped down by the enemy, or you see utility get thrown down on top of you. So, I do want to. Do you want to see a map with more buildings and more high ground, or more open maps? What would you like to see more?
I think I want to see more open maps. I want to see a change in scenery. I want to see how these teams are able to adapt to those types of maps. I think we've seen how well they're able to play in the close quarters height battle.
Yeah.
But we haven't yet seen them in any ranged fights or any, endurance, I guess, type of fights. And the closest we got was at the end of that game. But at the end of the game, I think, is where we saw both teams kind of faltering in their own times. And I'd like to see how, whether it be that I don't fully know if it's a random map or if it's a chosen by
so
a Predator.
they swap each time, and they choose which map they want to go for. Like, Alliance, that was their map pick. They chose Skulltown, and it was a very, very close one for that map. What is that one map? They have several small buildings around, but they had that really big building in the middle with the stairs and everything. It's a 3-story building.
I wouldn't know.
Damn.
I haven't played TDM. I've watched a lot. Haven't played it.
Yeah, we do watch a lot of Apex.
Play the battle royale side, but I'm not.
True.
I don't touch the TDM side as often, so I will say that part of my knowledge is a little more rusty and how that side of the game plays. But all in all, it just seems like you can tell what everyone is comfortable on, right? You saw the longbows, you saw the triple takes, you saw the sniping coming out, right? Especially from Tiger Shark, but there were a couple other instances of those guns being utilized. But then you're also seeing the SMGs and ARs and where people sit in comfortability of that. Right? You're seeing a couple of the LMGs with the Rampage and the Spitfire, but nothing that's making really a crazy statement. The Rampage we saw pop off a couple of times here and there.
But the charge up definitely is still detrimental, especially with, like you mentioned, a lot of the shotguns. We saw the double Mozambiques or the Peacekeepers or the Evas, even like you mentioned, the R301s. Very prevalent what we've seen so far for these close quarter fights. And I believe that's Fragment East, if I'm not mistaken, is what we're going to. So, yeah, we see a lot of these open roads, if you will, for the rotation play, along with those, towers, if you can get into. I believe there's only 2 floors are available per building, if I'm not mistaken, for Fragment East. So I do want to see how they play it out, if you can get the flag, or even a lot of times you do see like certain teams like sort of encapsulate, block every exit, and then try to pincer them into one corner, if you will. So we see a lot that happen a lot, especially on Fragment East.
Yeah, I think Fragment East is going to be an interesting map to see how they decide to play. You know, you're talking about a lot of that close quarter battle, and I think we've seen a lot of that, but maybe not in the same verticality that we would have, or rather, we saw it in more verticality than we would see in this map per se. Definitely not in the same world of how you would take those gunfights, and I'm interested to see if there's also any composition swaps for them, right? How are we going to load into this? As we see the Bloodhounds getting picked out for both sides already at this start. But, you know, again, nothing really has changed, and I would be almost amazed if anything did change. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, it's overall the same picks, and for all characters, all players so far, is what it seems like. We saw Skate last time on the Loba, and you can't really utilize the ultimate on this map, really. I mean, you can take some of the care packages, but besides that, nothing really. But if anything, you're doing that to see what is inside these care packages, see what you're able to take, if there's a longbow in there, if there's a bow check in there, etc. That's what the benefits of being that Loba player.
You also get the TP, which I think is nice.
Yeah, get out of jail free card pretty much.
Yeah, you get to throw your ring and get out of jail or TP and continue to push on through. But seeing the rotations already playing for somewhat of that high ground stakeout. And maybe that's coming from both teams here as we maybe are deciding where we want to go. What we want to do is, we just posting up. Both sides posting up. It seems like it's a mutual agreement, but at some point, someone's going to have to make a move. We have 30 minutes left on this clock, and ideally to these teams.
Who moves first?
Really would like to not hit that 30 minutes. So,
Everyone wants to be a sniper nowadays.
Attaboy Shadow, yeah. We're taking that first step.
My GOAT, MVP right now.
But, we're pushing on forward, taking up that first steps. But, if there's no one else behind you, you're just going to get lasered out as that first target. The rest of the team will follow on through. But trying to just land it, you hear those shots coming off, and mini roots already. No